Okay, we are now recording. Welcome to Brother Issa's webinar on the Social Security number, rescission. It is June 21st, 2014, broadcasting live from sunny Southern California. I like to say that, y'all, because it's sunny every day. It is sunny every day here in California. But anyway, you got Brother Issa on. Brother Issa, how you doing today, Issa?
Man, I'm doing absolutely fantastic, and I want to let everybody know I'm happy to hear just for us to be together today. We're gonna have a good time. Somebody told me, Issa, are you using a headset? If not, maybe while you're echoing. I don't have a headset on, just using regular house phone.
I'm telling you, we're not. I'm changing it over to you right now.
Okay, he's changing over. Okay. First of all, Yusuf yesterday said on the show a lot of things that we needed to talk about, and one of the things that we need to talk about is why we're doing this. This is not a process. This is not a, this is something that is spiritual. And I did it because I want out the system. That's all. And I have a saying, why rage against the machine when you can just unplug it? Why rage against the machine when you can just unplug it? Y'all need to write that down. Why get mad, yell at everybody, rage against the screen, rage against the system when you can just unplug the system? It just makes sense to unplug it. So we're going to unplug ourselves from Babylon today. Everybody get excited. Know that this is a day that you'll never forget, because once you know what to do, you'll be able to operate privately, and we're going to be putting these trusts together, and we're going to be doing all of these things that we said we're going to do. And Yusuf is going to be helping me with this webinar, but also when we start teaching y'all how to operate without a social, which is very, very simple, then the world going to change. And the world, and we are the pioneers of that change, y'all. Everybody who was on this webinar are the pioneers of this change. This is history. Now, first of all, the guy who shared with me this information said, this has been, we've known this information for over 70 years. But you see how our people don't know this information? So a lot of the stuff that we talk about on high frequency radio, it's old. It's old information. And people get like, man, I don't know if we can do this or not, man, because, man, no, this has already been done, and we are finally getting it. So we are getting a revelation. Now, what I want everybody to do is I want people to understand that this is what we're going to be using to get rid of the social. We're going to have a cover letter. Can everybody see that on the screen? Okay. We're going to have a legal notice of resignation from Social Security and demand for rebuttal. We're going to use a form SSA form 521. We are going to use IRS form 56 with actual and constructive legal notice attached. We're going to use form SS5, which is the application for revocation of false Social Security card with instructions. I'm going to read 5 one more time. Form SS5, application for revocation of false Social Security card with instructions. Did y'all know that there is a form called that out there? You see how much we learning, y'all? You see how after this webinar, everybody on here going to be so lawfully smooth, so lawfully competent, so majority thinking that you are going to be untouched. I'm going to say 5 one more time. Form SS5, application for revocation of false Social Security card with instructions. Don't forget that Form SS5 got you into this mess. So now we need a Form SS5 to get us out of the mess. I'm going to be talking to y'all like we're in the first grade today because that's how I love to be talked to. Y'all, a form got you started. So a form gets you out of it. I'm going to say it again. A form got you started. Now a form gets you out of it. Dun-dun. Number 6, affidavit to correct the record. Affidavit to correct the record to rescind all signatures on all Social Security forms. Another thing too, guys, write this down for your notes. Anytime that you're challenging something and you don't want a contract with somebody and you thought the contract was foul, or just bottom line, you just, you're having an issue going on and you're starting to figure out what's, something's fishy going on and I don't know what's going on. The first thing we need to do is we need to put an affidavit in to correct the record to rescind all signatures on whatever documents that it was. So these documents that we're gonna be y'all gonna have these forever, and it'll be in your database, and you just take out the information that doesn't apply and put the new information in. Number 7, verification of identity by a public official. Okay. Number 8 and 9. Guess what? Number 8 and 9 we don't even need. But I put them on there because you might want to put them on there because I'm letting the world know, and people who work at the Social Security Administration, people who work at the IRS, people who work at these places, that there is a resolution that was passed in 1933 that said, hey, it's some people called Moors, and they're not United States citizens. Hey, y'all, there are some people out here, right, and they're called Moorish Americans, or they're called whoever they are. They don't have to be Moorish Americans. They can be Europeans. They can be whoever. This is for anybody, but I'm specifically talking about Resolution 75 to all, but concentrating on the Moors because that document went in as soon as the gold and silver left the country. Resolution 75 is one of those documents that when you let people read that, and then either you'll go to the Library of Congress and get a copy of it. Even the Library of Congress dude, a Library of Congress guy found Resolution 75 for me, and he told me I didn't have to get it authenticated. He said it's self-authenticating. Write this down, y'all. Resolution 75 is self-authenticating. Falls under the Federal Rules of Evidence 902. In the order of court. The reason why we have an order of court is because if you have changed your name, you just add it to it. Let them know you changed your name. That's all. You just say, hey, I changed my name and I went to the Social Security Administration and changed my name. So if you did do that, attach an order of court with what we're going to be doing. All right? So I want to know, first of all, before we get started, I want y'all to write all your questions down, and I want you to relax. I want everybody to take a deep breath. I want to bring the Creator into this because the Creator starts it all. I thank you, Creator, for this day that you have allowed us to wake up to be together as a family. We know what we're doing today, and a lot of agents and a lot of people don't like it, but we are so courageous and so warrior-centered that you've allowed this day to still happen. I thank you for everybody on this call. I thank you for everybody who is on this webinar. I thank you for high frequency. I thank you for allowing us to be together and sharing, and we're going to be friends, and one day we're going to meet each other, and I'm looking forward to all of that. So I just thank you for allowing us to be free and helping us continue to find truth in every action we take. So all is well, I say. Just wanted to get everybody started with that. All right. Now, the first thing I want to tell everybody is this. You assist an evil system most effectively by obeying its orders and decrees. An evil system never deserves such allegiance. Allegiance to it means partaking of the evil. A good person will resist an evil system with his or her whole soul. And this webinar is dedicated to all those that have stood against all types of adversity to do the right thing for not only themselves, but for those that will come after them. If you show me somebody that has done something worthwhile, I'll show you someone who has overcome adversity. Yusef, could you please bring up Form 521, please, SS Form 521. And everybody who's on the webinar, bring up SS Form 521. And when we have it, we can take our time. We're taking our time. We're in no rush. We are learning. And while we wait for Yusef to bring that up, everybody go get their water or whatever. Yusef, are you there? Yusef.
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to step away for just a second. Somebody called me. What is it that you want me to bring up? It's your computer. I gotta, what is it I'm supposed to bring up?
Okay, SS Form 521.
Okay, you're gonna, okay, I can bring it up, but I gotta switch.
Okay.
I gotta switch the computer back to me to do it, but let me bring it up to you.
Okay, let me try to pull it up myself. Everybody Google, but I know the listeners have it, so
yeah, you can Google it. Go ahead and go to Google
right now.
Yeah, just Google it.
Oh yeah, another thing too, y'all. I want to let y'all know something. Issa, you smart as I don't know what. Issa, thank you for this knowledge. I have the IQ of a cracked pool ball when it comes to computers. And so I want everybody to know that. So don't get mad at me, but we're gonna get it right. But when it comes to computers, guys, I'm not really that literate. But now we have it up. Y'all see it?
Yep, we see it.
Okay, great. The SS Form, SSA 521.
Now you can make it bigger. The zoom is right there in the left-hand corner for everybody who is watching. You can zoom it in yourself.
Okay. And okay, what is time? If everybody has it, we're going to walk over it right now and go put everything. Okay, everybody use blue ink. Okay, can everybody see it? Everybody has it pulled up? Because you have to fill this out and print this out, y'all. Okay. Name of wage earner. Self-employed or eligible individual. You're going to put the name on the Social Security card in all caps in that box right there. Okay? And name of wage earner, self-employed individual, or eligible individual, you're going to put the all capital name. Great. Social Security number. Put the Social Security number that was given to the all capital name. Okay? Now, where it says F different, print your name. I want you to put your name, upper lowercase, like first name, then a dash, then your last name. Notice I omitted the middle name. This is a secret. That's why we had to have the webinar. You're going to put, for example, if your name is John Doe, you're going to put John dash Doe. Then you're going to put a colon. Then you're going to put a comma. And then you're going to write human being and non-resident. Right in that box. So again, if your name is John Doe, you're going to put John dash Doe, colon, comma, human being, and non-resident. Where it says your social security number, you will put N/A. Because the live flesh and blood ain't got no social. Type of benefit you want to withdraw. You will put in that box, type of benefit you want to withdraw, Social Security /all. Okay? We will skip the date of application box because we're going to talk about that in full and further detail. So now we go to, if applicable, do you want to keep Medicare benefits? You will check no. So again, the first part, name of wage earner, self-employed individual or eligible individual, all capital name that is on the Social Security card. Where it says Social Security number, you will put the Social Security number that was assigned to the all capital name. You see the language that I'm using, y'all? You will put the social. Everybody on this call, in the world, under my voice, listen to me now. You do not have a Social Security number, so stop saying my Social Security. Oh yeah, my social, it's not mine. It's not yours. Reason why it is not yours is because you did not make it up. Da-da! You see what we're trying to do? Y'all, we foundationally getting this together, y'all. It's not yours. You don't have a social. You didn't make it. You didn't say my digits are going to be 9 digits. I'm going to put a dash. You didn't do all that. Great. If different, print your name. If your name is John Doe, you will put uppercase J, lowercase OHN dash capital D, lowercase OE, colon, comma, human being and non-resident. Your Social Security number, N/A. Sure, everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me?
Go ahead and repeat that last part. I had to mute everybody for a second when that came in.
Okay, God, what you want me to do again, Yusef?
About the last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds, yeah.
Okay, I was just going over the beginning of the request for withdrawal of application. And we're going back over it. Name of wage earner, all capital name on the social, Social Security number, the Social Security number with the dashes. If different, print your name, put if your name is John Doe, uppercase J, lowercase OHN dash capital D OE, colon, comma, human being and non-resident. Your Social Security number, N/A, not applicable. Type of benefit you want to withdraw, Social Security /all. All will be in all capital letters. Social Security is upper lowercase. Date of application, leave that blank, and I will talk about that later. If applicable, do you want to keep Medicare benefits? No. Give reason. If you need more space, use the reverse of this form. Give reason for withdrawal. First of all, you're going to check box number 2. Everybody check box number 2. If I do not talk about a certain part of this form, that means it doesn't exist. So don't even worry about, things like that. If I don't say it, don't even worry about number 1. Just check box number 2. And in box number 2, this is what you will be writing. I have never been eligible to participate in the program because, parentheses, number 1, I never explicitly, explicitly, consented to participate, semicolon, parentheses, 2, I was lied to about the effects of participation, semicolon, parentheses, 3, I never maintained a legal domicile in the quotations United States, capital U, lowercase N-I-T-E-D, states, capital S, lowercase T-A-T-E-S.
Okay, hold on for a second. Hold on. Who can't hear? All right. Listen, everyone. You need to check your computer. All right. I can hear fine on my computer. The people in our office can hear fine. Is there anyone who cannot hear what is being said? Would you please type in the chat right now if you can hear? All right. The rest of everyone can hear fine. If you cannot hear, it is being recorded, and you can get the recording later. So please do not interrupt anymore. Everybody can hear. If you can't hear, there's something wrong with your computer. There's nothing wrong with what's happening.
Okay. And I don't know who can't hear, but I am here for y'all. Don't ever worry about nothing. My life is yours, man. Your life is mine. So we're gonna make sure we get it before it's over.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, and save your questions until he is completed. We are recording this. It's being recorded.
Okay. We're at the legal domicile in the quotations United States with a capital U, lowercase N-I-T-E-D, states, capital S, T-A-T-E-S, quotations, as defined in the current Social Security Act, Section 1101, parentheses, lowercase a, parentheses, lowercase 2, I'm sorry, parentheses number 2, sorry about that, and 42, capital U dot, capital S dot, capital C dot, 1301, parentheses, lowercase a, parentheses, the number 2, as required by 20, capital CFR, which is the Code of Federal Regulations. Just put CFR there. Don't put the whole word so we can have room. 422.104, period. I, therefore, permanently and irrevocably, which is spelled I-R-R-E, V as in victory, O-C-A-B as in boy, L-Y, wish to terminate participation and any number that was unlawfully issued under the program, and all contributions illegally withheld or sent in to be returned to me as requested in the attached resignation from Social Security document, period. Now I will go back and read it a little faster just so I can make sure y'all got it right. In box number 2, where you put an X in or a check for other, please explain fully, you will have we have written down, and you know, I know all this didn't come on the first time, so you put it on the back of the form because it's a part where you can continue. I have never been eligible to participate in the program because, 1, I never explicitly consented to participate, semicolon. 2, in parentheses, I was lied to about the effects of participation, semicolon. Parentheses 3, I never maintained a legal domicile in the quotations United States as defined in the current Social Security Act, Section 1101, parentheses A, parentheses 2, and 42 U.S.C. 1301, parentheses A, parentheses 2, as required by 20 CFR 422.104. I therefore permanently and irrevocably wish to terminate participation in any number that was unlawful issued under the program, and all contributions illegally withheld or sent in to be returned to me. as requested in the attached resignation for Social Security document. We got that, y'all? Good. Where it says signature of person making requests, you will you will put right under first name, right under first name, middle initial, last name, right in ink, right under that, you will put without prejudice. Then under without prejudice, you will write in all capital name the person who is making the request, and that's you. In all capital. You are not signing. You are not doing this in cursive. When people ask you to sign something, guys, do you know that you can put all capitals? Especially if it's a government document. And UCC 3-104 is your caveat in the production of proof of that statement that I just made. Then you will put your mailing address. Care of street. Everybody on this call, you do not have an address. I need to write that down. Take a sidebar right now to write, I do not have an address. Issa, why are you saying this goofy stuff but you don't have an address? I do. I'm looking outside. Did you put that there? No. So it's not your address. If you read any post office code, all addresses belong to the post office, y'all. You see how stuff we've been doing? Hey, y'all, we've been volunteering ourselves to be under this Babylon, and we're getting out of it today. And tell all your friends. See, watch this. Everybody on this call and on this webinar is going to be smarter than everybody that you know now, because you are organically, spiritually breaking down things that are not true. You have never in your life had an address. That's why you put care of or C/O before you mention the address, because you get mail there. Then you're going to put your city and state. And when you put the city and state, after the state, put republic. After republic, oh yeah, write this down. This is for your future. This is for the rest of your life. Period in the story. We've been on high frequency. We've been hearing all these webinars. We've been hearing all these calls. We've been hearing all this information. I want to be private. I want to be this. Every time you write down where you want stuff sent to, when you're doing the address part, always put non-domestic / non-assumpsit. Assumpsit is spelled ASSUMPSIT. That is forever when you put your address down. Put the address down. And that literally lets everybody know who is dealing with you, or they private. If they private. Zip code. Bracket, zip code, close bracket. Enter name of county, if any, in which you live. Put the name of county in which you now live there. And put non-domestic, non-assumpsit there. Now, witnesses. You need 2 witnesses. Everybody needs 2 witnesses to put their signature and the care of address for them as well, with them saying non-assumptive, non-domestic. And ladies and gentlemen of high frequency, that is the end of the webinar. Have a good day. No, I'm just playing. Okay, so we are finished with the SSA 521, which is called Request for Withdrawal of Application. There should be no questions about this form, because I done went over it 3 times. And guess what? Because I don't want any questions on this form, I'm going to go over it one more time. Name of wage earner, self-employed individual, or eligible individual. All capital name that's on the social. Social security number, blah, 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 dash, blah, blah, dash, blah, 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 blah. If different, print your name. Upper lowercase, your title, colon, comma, human being, and non-resident. Your social security number, capital N / capital A. Type of benefit you want to withdraw, social security / all. All is in all capital letters. Date of application, leave that blank until I end it. If applicable, do you want to keep medical benefit, Medicare benefits? Check no. Give reason for withdrawal. If you need more space, use the reverse of this form. Check 2. I have never been eligible to participate in the program because, number 1, I never explicitly consented to participate. Number 2, I was lied to about the effects of participation. 3, I never maintained a legal domicile in the quotation United States as defined in the current Social Security Act, Section 1101, parentheses, A, parentheses 2, and 42 U.S.C. 1301, parentheses A, parentheses 2, as required by 20 CFR 422.104, period. I therefore permanently and irrevocably wish to terminate participation in any number that was unlawfully issued under the program and all contributions illegally withheld or sent in to be returned to me as required. As requested in the attached resignation from Social Security documents. That's it for that one, y'all. Now, let's go back to this, to the date of application. What goes in the date of application? Everybody write this down on your notes. What you are going to do to make this go so smooth is that you are either going to call or preferably go down to your Social Security office. You're going to go down to your Social Security office, and you are going to get, you're going to ask this question. Write it down just like this. Hello, how are you doing today? I am down here because I want a copy of the original Social Security SS5 form that was submitted by my parents to join Social Security. Why do you want that? Because on that form is the date of application. Let's go back to the SSA Form 521 now. And the date of application, that you will put the original date that the date of application went on there in that box. That's why I want to talk about it at the end. So everybody understand with crystal clarity. Hello, how are you doing today? I am here to get a copy of the original Social Security SS5 form that was submitted by my parents to join Social Security. When you request a copy, make sure that you tell them that you request a photocopy of the original application and not an extract. Extract is spelled E-X-T-R-A-C-T. I know we know how to spell, guys. I just want to make sure some people are not good spellers. And so since we're, I don't know who I'm all dealing with, I just want to make sure everybody gets the love that they need. All right. So that's what you're going to get. Simple. Now, listen to this. The procedure for requesting this information is documented in the Social Security Programs Operations Manual System, which is called POMS. And that section is section G as in God, N as in Nancy, 0, 3, 3, 2, 5, dot 0, 2, 5. I'm telling you that only because I want y'all to know that you can do this. No one's going to be able to say, I don't know what you're talking about. And then that's when you bring that document out. Now, when you go down there and ask them for what you want, don't bring out no documents. Just talk to them. Be nice. Just be kind. But as soon as they start acting goofy and acting gatekeeperish and acting like they want to protect the evil system that's enslaving them, you go to your website and you print out POMS, section GN 03325.025. And right there it says policy for requesting the Numident record. Everybody write that word down, Numident. Numident is spelled N-U-M-I-D-E-N-T.
Can you pull that up on the, you can pull that up on the internet. Maybe you want to pull that up and show it to them.
Okay, we're pulling it up right now.
Yeah, go to Google.
Go to Google. I'm sorry, Yusef. I just wanted the people to know that they could pull it up. I should have had this prepared, but it's no big deal because everybody on here is smart. They're gonna get it. But I have it written out, and I can discuss it while you're looking for it, and we're pulling it up as well. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yusef spoils y'all. I am not spoiling y'all. Know why? Because anything spoiled becomes rotten. And I don't want anybody on high frequency to be rotten. That's a love statement, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm keeping it real. Get on there, and I gave y'all the code. Pull it up for yourself, but I'm going to read it. Under the Privacy Act, comma, an individual has the right to access any information in our records about him or her, including a copy of the SS5, parentheses, application for a Social Security number, and the Numident record. I just pulled it up, y'all. It's right on the screen. Okay. A Numident is a query display of the information taken from an individual's application for an original SSN card and subsequent applications for replacement SSN cards. That's it. That's it. Highlight that and just print it out and bring it down with you. Another thing too, high frequency family will be competent. See, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. We're going to get to the point where people are going to be saying, oh, y'all must be listening to high frequency. Like government people and stuff going to be, oh, yeah, they're some high frequency people because they're not doing it like the other people doing it. they have documentation. Write this down, y'all. Documentation beats conversation. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. So now you are getting the original copy of the SS5 form. Watch this, y'all. Only to get the original date of application to put on the SSA form 521. Now, it's going to take a couple of days for you to get that joint. So guess what you do? Excuse me, man. Thank you for giving me information how to get it, because you got to pay fees to get it. Could you look in the system and tell me what was the date of application? And they're going to give it to you. Then you put it in there so you won't have to wait. Okay? Be kind to the people who work at the Social Security office. They are gatekeepers. They're under 42 U.S.C. 666. Use your brain. This is not a stress-free task. It can be difficult, but we don't have to make it difficult. You can try to do this on the phone. But as of this webinar and on the record, I am telling you that you have a much better chance if you go down there in person. Okay? We are now off of the SSA form 521, and now we are going to go to another form. And that form is going to be called the form, it's going to be Form 56. Everybody go to Form 56. Everybody pull up a Form 56. And give me a minute, and I'm right here with you guys. When you pull up the Form 56, this is how we're going to pull it up. Okay, hold on, y'all. Form 56, y'all. This is the form that a lot of us have been using in this community for a while, and we don't even know what we're doing with it. We don't even know why we have it. Let's learn today. The Form 56 purpose is this. You must notify the IRS of the creation or termination of a fiduciary relationship under Section 6903 and give notice of qualification under Section 6036. You may use Form 56 to provide this notice to the IRS. Who should file? The fiduciary uses Form 56 to notify the IRS of the creation or termination of a fiduciary relationship under Section 6903. For example, if you are acting as fiduciary for an individual, a decedent's estate, or a trust, you may file Form 56. Everybody right now knows what a Form 56 is for the rest of your life. You will never have anybody tell you anything differently because you know and you read it and you're smarter than everybody and you take the words in, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was and is you. And now these are the words that are going to be coming out your mouth when people ask you, what's the purpose of a Form 56? So let's get to it. Part 1, identification. Name of person for whom you are acting as shown on the tax return. Everybody put the all capital name, and then comma, then put federal trustee. Federal trustee. Okay? Now, federal will be upper lowercase. Trustee will be in parentheses. And it will be lowercase T-R-U-S-T-E-E, trustee, in quotation marks. And public office in quotation marks. Y'all see how we filling this out, y'all? Great. That goes in name of person for whom you are acting. Again, all capital name that is on the Social Security card, comma, federal, quotations, trustee, and public office. Address of person whom you are acting. That address, I'm sorry guys. Identifying number, put the social that was issued to that all capital name with the dash. I apologize, guys. Great. Address of person for whom you are acting. The address is 1111 Constitution Avenue. Put as, A-V-E, comma, capital N as in Northwest, dot, W, capital W, dot, then put in parentheses, domicile of quotations, public office, pursuant to the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 17B. But you see we're putting it together right now. Pursuant to FED dot R dot CIV dot P dot 17, real party and interest, guys, parentheses B, lowercase b, and then put another parentheses to close it out. So again, address of person for whom you are acting. Their address, see, guess what? The all capital name with the social has an address, guys, but you don't have one. And that address is the IRS building, y'all. 1111 Constitution Avenue, comma, N.W. dot, domicile, parentheses, domicile of public office, in parentheses, in quotations, pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 17B. Okay? Great. City or town and zip code, blah, blah, blah. Washington, comma, District of Columbia, 20224. Quotations. I'm sorry, I apologize, not quotations, semicolon after the 20224. I messed up, so I will start over again, guys. I apologize. Washington, comma, District of Columbia, 20224, semicolon, quotations, United States, then in parentheses, District of Columbia, as defined in 26 USC, capital USC, 7701, parentheses A, parentheses 9, and parentheses A, parentheses 10. And then put another parentheses to close that out. I will read that again. Washington, D.C., Washington, comma, District of Columbia, 20224, semicolon, quotations, United States, close quotations, parentheses, District of Columbia, as defined in 26 USC, 7701, parentheses A, lowercase a, parentheses 9, and parentheses lowercase a, and parentheses 10, and then put another parentheses to close out the 10. Great job, guys. Under fiduciary's name, put this. Your first name, upper lowercase, dash, last name, colon. Y'all got that? Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all something. I am omitting the middle name for a reason. Put comma after first name, upper lowercase, dash, last name, upper lowercase, colon, put a comma, then put unenumerated. That is spelled U-N-E-N as in Nancy, U-M as in Mike, E-R-A-T-E-D. Unenumerated private human being protected by the Constitution. Unenumerated private human being protected by the Constitution. Also, where it says fiduciary's name in the identification part, put a parentheses beside fiduciary name and put unlawfully appointed. Right up top of where it says right on top, right beside fiduciary's name. Not your name. On the form where it is already formed, I want you to write in parentheses beside it, unlawfully appointed. You are going to write that there in parentheses, unlawfully appointed. City or town or state, put your city and put your state. After your state, put semicolon, and you will spell the whole state and upper and you will spell the state upper lowercase. Not you will not. What's the word? I'm not having a brain for you. You will not abbreviate. Okay, great. Then put semicolon after your state. Then put lowercase u for United. Then put capital states, S-T-A-T-E-S, not not T-A-T-E-S would be lowercase. A capital will be S, of America. Capital O, lowercase f. Capital A, lowercase America, M-E-R-I-C-A. And then in parentheses, you will put not, and then quotations, United States. Telephone number, optional, leave blank. You don't want nobody calling you anyway. Now, okay, I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to tell you. In your address of fiduciary, in the address of fiduciary, put your address, put your name of your street, and then put what, y'all? What you put there? Non-domestic / non-assumptive. Everybody under my voice, you say you want to be private, you say you want to be foreign, you say you want to do this, you got to have non-domestic / non-assumptive. Every freaking time somebody asks you for your address. He said, what about for everything? He said, what about for everything? But what about if it's everything? Why do I go over this stuff like that? Because you have got to know this stuff. Great. Let's go to part 2. Authority. Authority. You're going to check other. Check box F for other. And then when you describe, put this in the describe box. Y'all ready? Resignation from Social Security, parentheses, see attached. Again, you're going to check in the box, section A for authority, you're going to check other. And then you're going to put in resignation on the line after describe, put resignation from Social Security, see attached. Everybody go to nature of liability and tax notices. In this box in number 3, you are going to check income, gift, estate, generation skip and transfer, employment, excise. Then you're going to check other. And in the line where it says other and describe, put capital A, lowercase ll, all. Okay? In box number 4, federal tax number, tax form number, check all that apply. Check 706, check 709, check 940, check 941, check 1040, check 1041, check 1120, check H for other. On that line, what you going to put? All. 5, if your authority as a fiduciary does not cover all years or tax periods, check here and list the specific years or periods. Leave blank. Everybody go to, okay, scroll down. Okay, so you leave that part blank. Now you go to part 2 of the form. Okay, page 2. Everybody go to page 2. Where it says court and administrative proceedings, put in name of court, put N/A. Where it says signature, I certify that I have the authority to execute this notice concerning fiduciary relationship on behalf of the taxpayer. Put under that without prejudice, and then sign, and then write the name on the social, and then write the name on the social as, in all capital letters as fiduciary signature. Without prejudice, and then under without prejudice, write the name on the Social Security card. I want y'all to understand something else too. We're learning, so we'll never have to ask these questions again. Every time for the rest of your life, when you sign a document, above your signature, always and forever, put without prejudice. Because no one's never going to prejudice high frequency people of doing anything. We're without that. They prejudice. There will never be prejudice against me because I'm without prejudice. I'm the true and living God. So are you. Title, if applicable. In that line, you will put human being never lawfully a fiduciary. If you can't fit it there, make it fit. Sorry, my voice getting scratchy. And then put the date. Everybody, guess what? That's how you fill out a Form 56. A lot of y'all been filling out Form 56 is wrong. But guess what? You didn't know it. The information's coming out, y'all. We're going back over the form. In Part 1, for identification, name of person for whom you are acting, all capital name, comma, federal, quotation trustee, and quotation public office. Identifying number, the social with dashes. Address of person for whom you are acting, 1111 Constitution Avenue, comma, in .w, parentheses, domicile of quotations, public office, pursuant to FED.R.CIV.P.17, parentheses, B as in boy. City or town, Washington, comma, District of Columbia, 20224, semicolon, quotations, capital U, lowercase NITED, capital S, lowercase TATES, quotations, in the quotations, parentheses, District of Columbia as defined in 26 U.S.C. 7701, parentheses, A, parentheses 9, and parentheses A, parentheses 10. Fiduciary's name, your name, upper lowercase, first name, dash, last name, colon, comma, unenumerated, private human being protected by the Constitution. Address of fiduciary. Put your street, parentheses, non-domestic / non-assumpsit, city or town, state and zip code, city, comma, the state, semicolon, lowercase United States of America, lowercase United, capital S, lowercase TATES, United States of America, quotation, not quotations, parentheses, not quotations, United States. Authority, other, describe, resignation for Social Security, see attached. Section B, check all of them in 3. Then put on the line all. 4, all of them, all. 5 and 6, leave blank. Go to the second page, put NA. Under name of court, go to part 3 where it says signature. Without prejudice, without prejudice, and then under without prejudice, all capital name, and then title if applicable. Human being, never lawfully a fiduciary. Then date it. You know what? I'm sorry. Fiduciary signature, I apologize. Don't put don't put the all capital name. Print your upper lowercase name. Sorry about that, guys. And correct that on the SSA 521 to just only in the signature part. Only in the signature part, guys. That's all. So I'm going to apologize. I don't want anybody to be tripped out. To correct myself, on the 2 forms that we have filled out, when you are putting the signature, print upper lowercase. Same thing you did, just not all capital. Just in the signature part. So we got that. Okay. We're done with Form 56. We're almost there, guys. Now we're going to give me a short little break to get myself together. 15 seconds. Okay, the next letter is the cover letter. We're going to do the cover letter. Here's the cover letter. There it go, right there, guys. That's the cover letter. From you, secure party. I have secure party there because I am a secure party. If you are a secure party, leave it there. If you are not a secure party, leave it there. Issa, I don't have a UCC one. I'm not really a secure party. I don't think I should leave that there. Leave it there. Issa, why? Because you authenticated your birth certificate. and you're the secure party pursuant to UCC 9-311, 9-312, and 9-313, which Jonah beautifully told y'all. That's why Jonah is the caveat to this information as well. He got me started on my research. So you're a secure party. Your name. You see I have the copyright sign right there. Why do you have a copyright sign there? He said, you can't copyright your name. Yes, you can. It's called a common law lien. When you have a UCC, your name is copyrighted. But what you can do also, so you will never be fooled by any of these government agents who try to trip you up, always call your name a notice of ownership. Always call your name a notice of ownership. Don't put that down there. It's just for your notes. Care of, street address. Put the street address right there. Simple. City and state. Put that right there. Near zip. Put that right there. Put the zip code in there. They got two new favorite phrases, y'all. Non-domestic and non-assumption. Hey, y'all, does a non-domestic sound like to you foreign? Because you're not domestic. And remember, under the Internal Revenue Code, if you're not domestic, you're foreign. / non-assumption. Don't forget to put the dates. Everything's pretty much set out right there, but I do like going over it because I want to let y'all know I care. Who is Joanne B. Barnhart, Issa? She's the head of the Social Security Administration. It is mandatory that when we're doing this process, we got to send her a letter, certified mail, return receipt. Everything's right there. Y'all ain't got to find an address. Issa got it for y'all. Office of the Commissioner of the IRS. You got to send it to them. The new acting officer of the, Commissioner of the IRS, the new acting one is Linda Stiff. Hi, Linda. How you doing? Hi, we're high frequency. Yeah, I know you got about 130 letters coming into you guys from, I know you want to quit your job now. I understand. Okay, certified mail. Now, Social Security Administration. Everybody who is in the District of Columbia, put that address and that name. If you are in your state, this is the work you will do. You will put the address of the local Social Security Administration office that you live close to. Period. In the store for effective communication again. If you are not in D.C., you will change that address under Social Security Administration and put your local Social Security Administration office and put the attention of a person down there. You have to, effective communication. You have to have someone in that office name. Issa, who name? Any name. Issa, I'm high frequency. I'm going to go get the highest person's name in. Great job. Way to tell everybody else on the line that that's what you're going to do. Order manager. Yep. Enclosures. Everything is all right there. Now, y'all see the certified numbers? Do not forget to put the certified mail numbers right there. And those are the enclosures. This is the cover letter, y'all. It's simple. Everybody, you do not have to put Resolution 75 or order of court if they do not apply to you. If they apply to you, put them. If they don't, delete them joints. Simple. I put Resolution 75 because I am a Moorish American national. That's what I am. Non-resident alien. And this is how I know I am. And it's self-authenticating pursuant to Federal Rule of Evidence 902. Just get off the cover letter. We're doing a great job. Okay, now we're going to put together the letter that we want to send to them. What is that letter? No, hold on. We don't want to do that one yet. Let's talk about the application for revocation of false Social Security card. Let's go over that. I want everybody to know something. I showed Yusef this form, and I said, you ain't never seen this. He said, no, I ain't never seen this. I said, the Social Security, I said 42 USC 666 ain't even that bad, because they said, we know we got you in Babylon. We know we got you with the mark of the beast. You find this joint, you can get out. Look at that form up top, OMB number. Our OMB number is a negotiable instrument, guys, 0960. Are y'all reading this form? Application for revocation. Let's go to Black's Law Dictionary and see what revocation means. I'm going to it right now. 9th edition. I have 4 and 9 with me, just to let y'all know. Excuse me. Let's look up the word revocation. Revocation, an annulment, cancellation, or reversal of an act or power. Contracts, withdrawal of an offer by the offerer. That's the definition of revocation, y'all. That's what we're doing today. Name to be shown on card. Pay very close attention to this. First name, upper lowercase. Put it there now. Full middle name, blank. Know why we, Isha, can I ask you a question, Isha? Because I can't ask questions right now. You've been like omitting, our middle name for a while. Why? Because you private. This is what you're going to call me. First name, last name. That's it. That's all. That's why we're doing it. First name, upper lowercase. Last name, upper lowercase. Full name at birth. Put the full name at birth, all capital, right there. Do not omit the middle name if you have one. Other names used. In this form, we have already put in there, never consented to apply and cannot lawfully consent to apply without committing a crime in violation of 20 CFR, whatever it says right there, 422.104. 18 USC 911 and 18 USC 912. All rights reserved from birth to death. Y'all getting this? Issa, but what do we put in that box? Nothing. Other names used, what do I put in that box? Nothing. You already have it there. Go to number 2. Social Security number previously illegally assigned to the ineligible person. Put the social right there, guys. Put the social right there. Place of birth. Place of birth. Guess what you put in their place of birth? Are y'all ready for this? North America. North America. Date of birth. Put the birthday. Box 5, citizenship. It's already checked for you. What does it say? Legal alien. What's that word, y'all? Allowed to work. Why am I talking about Section 5 like this? I'm about to harp on this, y'all. When you were put in the Social Security office as a U.S. citizen, you gave up your non-resident alien status. When you were put in the Social Security system as a United States citizen, you voluntarily gave up your non-resident status. Let me say it again. When you put U.S. citizen on the SS5 form, when your mother did that and your father or you or whoever, you voluntarily gave up all your constitutional rights when you said you was a U.S. citizen. You see why it's number one? So everybody put their spiritual, scientific mind together and start saying to yourself, when you are saying a government form, always have a concern about the first one there. Why is that number one? That's the trick bag. The number one is always the trick bag. Because the nation is called the United States. That has the private concept of the Social Security Administration. So they said, man, we got to make everybody a U.S. citizen under the 14th Amendment through the citizenship clause. This is the one that commutes one's political status. Man, my political status is blah, 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 blah. If you filled out an SS5, shut up. It's U.S. citizen. Issa, why are you saying shut up? Because I'm trying to really get you to shut up and think. You said you're a U.S. citizen. What are you talking about? You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. No, you're a U.S. citizen. I want y'all to really get that in your mind. This is destructive, y'all. Because it has made you more dependent on the government. And this don't promote general welfare. Remember they say, promote the general welfare and secure domestic tranquility to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Remember that Schoolhouse Rock? When you filled out an SS5, you didn't promote the general welfare and secure domestic tranquility. When you signed the SS5 form, you did not promote the general welfare. This is by design. And it's by design by the people who benefit off of you, who designed it. So understand something. Please be certain that the methods that the United States government use, they constitutional and legal. All agents, y'all are right. The United States government, everything they are doing is constitutional and legal. Why, Issa? Man, they should have told us this, man. No, Issa, I disagree with you, Issa. I'm going to tell you a caveat secret. Write this down. When you volunteer away something, that's your subsequent submission that mandates that the government can make stuff mandatory for you. I said it on the high frequency call. Obamacare is constitutional only because it is something that is volunteered for. If an American volunteers away their statutory foreign non-resident alien tax status by affirming oneself as a U.S. citizen on a SS-5 form and a W-4 in the private sector, that mandates everything that they do to become mandatory for you. So everybody on this call and everybody who you know as friends, most of us have volunteered for this socialized medicine. I didn't do it, but a lot of people have. They just didn't know it because they didn't understand the system. But take heart, y'all. We got the remedy. Hey, y'all, this the remedy, y'all. This the remedy, y'all.
Hey,
I'm still on Section 5 because this is the application. I'm sorry. Go ahead, you sir.
no, I was going to say we're going to be taking a break in about a minute or two. Would you want to take it after you finish this form?
Hey, Yusef, I love what you said. We're going to take a break in a minute or two. So guess what? It's only going to take a minute or two to finish this form.
All right.
On box 5, check legal alien allowed to work. Box 6, leave blank. Box 7, leave blank. Box 8, do not check male or female. Issa, do not check male or female? No, remember, this is a revocation. In box 8, you see we got in that form. This form replaces, rather than amends, any previous SS5 form on file. All previous forms are false and fraudulent. Man, applicant never was eligible for Social Security. Box 9, blank. Do not check nothing in box 9. In box 10, do not check nothing. In box 11, do not check anything unless that applies to you. Has the person listening to item 1 or anyone acting on his or her behalf ever filed for or received a Social Security number? Check nothing. Box 12. That's what's in box 12. Same. Person on card in connection with Social Security number is an illegally created public office that I don't consent to, represent, and can't lawfully represent. Parentheses, straw man. That's it. Box 13, leave blank. Box 14, put today's date. Box 15, leave blank. Box 16, street address, apartment number, P.O. box, rural route number, whatever. Don't forget to put care of. If you can't fit it all on there, don't worry about it. As you see, it says, see attached legal notice of resignation of comparative Social Security trustee and demand for rebuttal. Your signature, without prejudice, upper lowercase, first and last name. Your relationship to this item, to this person, item 1, is self. And then put in the specify line, check registered owner. In box 18, where it says self, natural or adoptive parent, legal, guardian, other, you check self, and then in the specify line put, don't check other, just put in the specify sign, registered owner. That's it. You I'm ready to take a break?
Okay, y'all, we're going to take a 30-minute break. We'll be back at 10:30 to continue, okay? So take a
10:30, y'all.
All right, take a 30-minute break.
Thanks.
Okay, now we're recording. Okay, now what was it you wanted me to do?
Okay, Yusef, I apologize, man. First of all,
these documents, like this one right here, the next one, and then like the next like 3 documents, I have to email them to you.
Yeah,
so everybody can have them.
email me these documents. I will put them in the Dropbox. Everybody will have access to all documents. This is being recorded. All right, and the recording will be made available to all webinar attendees. So you will receive a recording of it. You can watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? I hope that's clear. Anyway, all right.
You said thank you, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, you coming in loud and clear, brother. You fine.
Okay, yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, y'all, guess what? Let's roll. Verification of identity by public official. When you are doing processes like this, people want to be able to verify who you are. And they have every right to do that, because you have every right to do that. You can verify who they are. So let them verify who we are. And let's verify with them on our grounds. First of all, you're going to get stuff notarized. This document will be notarized. Everybody write that down. The verification of identity by public official document will be notarized. Okay? And right up top it says, before me, the undersigned notary public for the county of blank, your city, your county, and republic of this state, on this blank day you do it, of month of 2014, state that you did appear and was identified. So now you have a notary that says, yeah, this is the person that's doing this. He has been identified, okay? Who, upon first being duly sworn and or affirmed, deposes and says that he or she, so you put all the women, put she, all the men, put he, is an exclusively private human being, not representing any office or exercising any agency on behalf of any government, such as citizen, resident, person, taxpayer, driver, or spouse, whose identity is described herein, whose father's name is, put your father's name, whose mother's name is, put your mother's name. Put where the hospital you was born in, number 3, the day, month, born, and the year, whose eyes are the color of brown, standing at the height of whatever. I didn't put the, we're going to put the parentheses in there, and by height, where it says height, I want y'all to put your height. So substitute height for that. Let them know who you are. This is me, the true and living. Okay. Exactly, with the hair of the color of black.
And you got some skinny tires. I like that too, man. Yeah, a little bit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I'm sorry about that. I muted them out.
Okay. Now, I just want to, okay, people in the chat, let me know if y'all hear me. It is very important that I know that y'all can hear me. So I just really appreciate it. This is the first time I've ever done this. And y'all, I am not, I'm just somebody who's just learning this information, and you said give me a form to teach you guys, and everybody is telling me yes, 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 yes. Okay, great. Okay, now, number 5, the affixed picture and all information on this affidavit are true to the best of his knowledge and belief. Did y'all see what number 5 said? The affixed picture and all information on this affidavit are true to the best of his knowledge and belief. The affixed picture, everybody on this line, write this down. You are going to go get a passport picture. Where? Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, wherever do passport pictures. Y'all already know where to get the passport pictures. Take a passport picture. when you take this to the notary, make a copy of the picture on this page. Leave a part of this page where you can put the picture down on a printer with this copy and print it on there. That's it. Don't go to the club taking a picture with a dress on, with your best hat on. Don't be outside doing a little Run DMC poses, none of that. Just take a passport picture and affix it onto this document. 6, the human being who appeared before me provided the following in signature. I certify under penalty of perjury under the laws of the District of Columbia that the foregoing is true and correct. You put your state, witness, my hand, and official seal. That's all you're going to do with this document. You see how everything is one page, not a whole bunch of hot breathing. Another thing, guys, we're going to become great style writers. That's what we're going to start doing. All right. So we're done with this. Get it notarized. This is a part of the this is a part of the package. Again, let's go back over it. Before me, the undersigned notary for the public, for the county, let the notary do all that. That's what the first part, the notary is going to write all that in. She or he knows exactly what they're going to do. Simple. Everybody has got stuff notarized before, but I don't want to be an assumer. There are people who are just getting this information for the first time. So I want you to know that when you deal in the public, the notary public is an officer of that state, and they have permission to do certain things, and they have their names are registered with the capital of their state as people who can say, yeah, I'm a notary, and I can authenticate that you, blah, blah, blah. So let them, they know what they're doing. They paid $40 for that class. Let them do their thing. You just make sure you know how to communicate it to them. Who upon being duly sworn from deposes and says that he, she is an exclusively private human being not representing any office or exercising any agency on behalf of any government. And that's another thing too. What has separated me from people, I think, is that I'm really listening to what's really being said here. Like, the way I'm communicating with them is, hey, I'm exclusively private, and I'm not representing any office. I don't have an office. I know that to be a United States citizen, I have to have some type of office. I don't have an office. I meet people at Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. Seriously. I'm not a resident. I'm not a person. Everybody write this down. I am not a person. And then study later and say, why does Issa say I'm not a person? See, a lot of y'all questions, I like to read. I love when people have questions because they'll say, it says here the person, and I'll be saying right there, exactly, are you a person? And then I say, let's look up person. And then when you look up person, I said, that's not me. I said, exactly. I said, that's the beginning of it all, guys, when we start really knowing who we are. You are the cream of the crop, the drip of the drop, the tip of the top. That's why you get this information. You are the elite. You are the best that ever did it. You are a pioneer. You know what this means. It doesn't really mean what people think it means. This means, say, it's really over now. I mean, for me it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to be saying. So, read this over and over again. You know, boom. And get it notarized. Let's go to the next document. Don't forget to sign without prejudice right above your title. Okay, another thing too, y'all. Let's talk about this. Let's not get into a whole bunch of intellectual masturbation. Let's just really just break it down. We really don't have a name. But in my templates, I put name because sometimes that's where we are. We don't understand that we have appellations. Or I can be called this. We're gonna deactivate a lot of Willie Lynch tips. Do you know you can be called whoever you want to be at that particular time on this? Now, this is not for everybody. Always remember this too. I have a caveat when I talk to people. Follow your spirit. I might say something and it sounds good and I can eloquently put it together, but that might be for me. If it's not for you, then don't do it. But I just give you my, my way I want y'all to start thinking. You giving them a picture saying, so if y'all even see me out here, y'all know I'm non-resident alien. So here's the verification in a public and a notary fraud. This lady has your state has made this notary a public officer, which means that they have some type of delegation from your fictitious entity that I so eloquently communicated and corresponded with. There should be no problem. And think about it too. When you start putting together just one page affidavits and things like that, it starts taking you more seriously. Because you ain't got to do a whole bunch of hot breathing. Next form. Get excited, y'all. The next form we're going to talk about is the, remember we did the IRS Form 56? Did you know that this form is supposed to be with the IRS Form 56? And this form is called the Actual and Constructive Legal Notice. Everybody see it there? Okay. Guess what, y'all? Write this down. Secret. Everybody write this down. Secret. Every time you file a Form 56, you get an actual and constructive legal notice. Authenticated. Well, don't notarized. Now, another thing I'm going to talk about notarizing, just so we can have some dialogue about some procedural things to make you so competent when you're dealing out there in commerce. Did you know that you don't have to get your documents notarized? He said, but you're right, but I just rather go ahead and do that. You absolutely right. You know somebody who's a good notary, I have a great notary. I don't have no problem meeting with them to get stuff done. But if you have a problem with getting a notary, this is what you do. Get 2 witnesses. And later on, I'm going to show you the Christian Bible verse that says when 2 agree, it's true. Not when the 2 are standing together. I know the Bible verse, a lot of people talking about when 2 or more are touching, blah, 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 whatever they're talking about, they're going to get it. Now, that's not the verse, even though that falls into that jurisdiction of that verse, of that scripture. But when 2 men agree to something, and they are witnesses, that's what it says. That's what made it stand out to me. When they are witnessing, it's true. And then you can put the Bible verse down there. Wow! And Yusef started that with me when he was teaching me how to fill out the GSA forms. Yusef, I was listening. Don't get on the line, Yusef, because I'm just having a good time right now. But Yusef, I was listening to your March 18th show, man. Wow, you're the greatest teacher on earth. And when you said, and put this under Christian law. And I said, you know what? I'm going to learn Christian law because Yusef illuminated me to the Christian law, which is what everybody in this government is under. So I did that rant because I know y'all was reading at the same time, so I won't have to go over this. But this is a public notice saying, hey, guess what? I am not a subject and non-domestic and non-federal. Even in England and Russia. This document, when executed by my signature alone, will stand as unrebuttable evidence of my resignation of compelled Social Security. Trustee transferee. The Social Security card account and special maritime lien upon all related accounts, both general and special. You are letting them know, and I know to attach this to the Form 56. Every time you file a Form 56, attach this. Watch this. If there is something you want to add in it, add it. If it's something that you don't want to add in it, don't add in it. Don't add in it. But this is the document that I use when I communicate and correspond with them with a Form 56. So guess what else you're going to do with this document? Let's go down to the bottom of it. Get it notarized. You see what I have there? Secure party. Guess what? Everybody is a creator. Did you know that you can put whoever you want to down there? The only thing is you have to be able to explain who you are. Don't put down there if you don't know you not there. You can put beneficiary. You can put principal. You can put whatever. And then without prejudice, elegant scribble scrabble. Notary Public, Federal Rule of Evidence, 902B, there we go. I, the notary, hereto this international commercial affidavit, duly deposed that the person executing this joint is known to me, and they have presented sufficient evidence to establish their lawful identity and status. I accept same as evidence of the facts presented. I depose nothing more. This is executed by my signature and seal as authorized under my commission. Get it notarized, guys. Go to the next form. We're almost finished, too. The next form is the official letter. Hey guys, this is what y'all been waiting for. This is the communication. Know and understand that this is my disclaimer. Know and understand, but more importantly, and to correct myself, overstand that the only guarantee that I can give you, I got a disclaimer. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. The only thing that I can guarantee you is that the only thing you can trust is the law. The only thing you can trust is the law. And there's only one law. So I can't and I won't give you a security blanket beyond that. If you are leaving any room to trust or have faith in your Creator, if you want to schedule and control every part of your life, that desire to control is precisely the evil that led to all this injustice. And that's what this process is supposed to fix. Hi, Joan. How you doing? We High Frequency This is in reference to the legal notice of resignation from Social Security and demand for rebuttal and formal lawful request for permanent full withdrawal from your system. The details concerning this withdrawal are written below. Now, you see how I sound, first of all? Everybody got to get competent. I don't like when people are not rising to their full potential. When we deal with them, we talk to them the way we talk to a person. How you doing? I'm writing you this letter because I have never been eligible to participate in a Social Security program. This information in the first part is right in the first part of the SSA 521. Remember that, y'all? So you put that in the fact, that's the first paragraph. But then I added something. The Social Security Act is under 42 U.S.C. 666. My decision to withdraw is permanent, final, and irrevocable. Ms. Barnhart, that number that was issued, and then right there in the parentheses where it says in the third paragraph, guys, Ms. Barnhart, the Social Security number that was issued is, put the social there to the all cap name. Okay? That's it. And everything is for you guys. You guys showed appreciation today. And I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you everything you want, man, because I belong to y'all. Let's protect each other. Y'all know me doing this is real, right? I want y'all to have it. It's time. Can't hold it back no more. All false prophets will be exposed in 2014. And I don't ever want to be called no false prophets, yo. Enclosed SSA Form SS5 is provided in accordance with 20 CFR 422.110(a), which stipulates that any change to an original SS application can only be accomplished using SSA Form SS5. Thank you too, brother. Now we're going to go down to the law. Remember what I say, the only thing you can trust is the law. There's only one law. So the law of divine law is the only law. If you are divine, you're supposed to know if who you're dealing with. Well, what stops you from doing anything to me? Well, we had to read the program operations manual systems, which I gave you from the beginning. And this number right here, which I will be researching, man, it necessitates those who have received benefits before withdrawal pay them back. They try to tell you if you're going to withdraw for them, you got to pay them back. And you know what? Cool. But then you say to them, but I haven't received any benefits from you. And there's nothing to pay back under your own code. I didn't make this up. I got it from your code. But look, if you feel the statement is made earlier, you believe that I have, then please deduct what you believe was paid to me from the amount I paid you and send me the difference. I appreciate that. Therefore, I don't ask you, I demand that you pay back the unused portion of the premiums that were involuntarily paid to you through my compelled participation in the program. Hey, y'all, everybody write down the word compelled, or you don't even have to write it down. The word compelled means that somebody put a gun to your head in that type of way. Like somebody bullied you. And they talk about bullying. The enclosed IRS form that High Frequency put together today removes me formally, legally, and officially from liability as the trustee of the trust, and necessitates that your records respect said correspondingly to ensure that I do not receive any more notices or statements or become the object of unlawful IRS collections directed at the Social Security Trust and its trustee. I also decided to designate the original SS5 application as not eligible. Hey guys, this is what we're doing, y'all. Everybody feels good about it, your spirit feels good about it, but now this is how we are communicating it with them. Isn't this cool? Hey, I also decided that you designate the original SS5 application as not eligible and reject that application with a correspondence on a Social Security Administration letterhead. And send me something back off y'all letterhead. So when I go to court or when I got anything, I need to have that letterhead. Thank you. I now know the original SS5 application to be fallacious, false, fraudulent, and perjurious, and hence in need of replacement, not change. See, I know you can't change the number. You thought I'm trying to get something changed. So I'm going to put not change. But I know that the SOM, SSA, POMS section say I can put anything in it to replace it. And you cannot stop me from replacing anything in that original application. Because I wasn't aware at the time of the application, but I'm aware now. And I got a duty to notify you of this fact. The application was submitted for me when I was a minor. Always remember this, guys. Everybody was a minor until you got your birth certificate affidavit authenticated. Drum roll, please. You was a minor before you got your birth certificate authenticated. Then you became what in Rule 220? That Jonah so freaked out so viciously, the age of majority. The age of majority had not been reached, and my parents can't contract on my behalf. I got you, Fred. Hey man, my mother and father do not have a social security number. He said, why you lying and say my mother and father don't have so? I'm not lying. My mother and father do not have a social security number because they did not make up a social security number. 20 CFR 422-103 in the back of the SS card both specifically express that the card and its associated number are the property of the SSA and not the holder, and must be returned upon request. I declare without waiver that I am not and never have been a public officer in of the United States government. Hey y'all, I want to hit y'all with something. When you have a social security card, people say that you are a public officer. I mean, they are making that assumption. And Yusuf always says on high frequency, presumptions and assumptions is what gets us locked up. In block 5, the citizenship block, see how I got it italicized? Learned that from their law books. Hey y'all, in admission, you better get a book called The Red Book. Write it down. The Red Book, a manual on legal style. And guess who put it together? Brian A. Garner, the editor-in-chief of Black's Law Dictionary. Stephanie got it. Great job, Stephanie. So get that book. And you don't need another book when it comes to putting together any documents. Stephanie, am I lying? So guess what? Get that book. Now, the citizenship block was unintentionally falsified. I am not and never have been a statutory national and citizen of the United States at birth. Per 8 U.S.C. 1401. I am a non-citizen national. I'm a non-citizen national. Hey y'all, when I talk about these words, don't trip. Everybody say everybody had to say their Noah. When you are reading these documents, these are words of art. And they are written by the Office of Law Revision. Hey y'all learning everything y'all want from this webinar in the world. All the codes, statutes, ordinances, rules, all of them were wrote by lawyers. That's why in the Bible it says, woe unto you lawyers. Y'all took divine law and made it some whatever. But anyway, Can't get on them. They had the hustle to do it. And you got to have the hustle to fix it. Great. Y'all read it. Causing me to unlawfully remain liable for the compulsions associated with a public office that I do not lawfully hold also constitutes criminal witness tampering. By offering to let me remain in said illegitimate office knowingly? Hey, for real, I know y'all not there under 666, but for real, even 666, when a Bama knows something, y'all supposed to let them, you know what I mean? It is felonious and illegal to do so. In compliance with 26 CFR 301.6109-11I, there's your proof. Read that. Every code in this letter, go to ask.com or Google, put it in, read it, and then save it on a thumb drive, like I do. Dun-dun! And then when you bored, read it. Dun-dun! And when people are having injustice in their life, read them. What else is there to read in this particular time in this country? Are you reading novels about love stories? For real? And they enslaving your people? Designated the Social Security number associated with the civiliter mortis defunct dead trustee be assigned its correct status. Hey y'all, I'm yelling at y'all, but for real, this is just a nice letter to them. You know, just how y'all doing, man? Just go ahead and correct that status to the legally deceased non-resident alien who is not engaged in the trade or business. Another thing, I wrote this. Know what that means? I'm not in the trade or business. A lot of people on this webinar know daggone well that you need to research what is trade or business, and don't lie to yourself if you engage in that. Because when you be talking about going private, this is the foundational steps of us getting all the things that we have been trying to do with everybody. And everybody who is listening to this is for all people. It is not for black, white, colored. It's for everybody who's saying, hi, I just want the truth. I don't care who you are, because I'm going through it too. That's who this is for. You are a non-resident alien, non-individual, not engaged in the trade or business as defined in the CFR codes. Understand now that I always have been and expect to permanently act as one indefinitely into the future. The Treasury regulations as stated above affirms that non-resident aliens, myself included, are permitted to request that the IRS assign non-resident alien status to the SS number allocated. The number never goes away, so put me back into the database with the non-alien, non-resident alien status. I know you're not going to take away the number, so guess what? Just go ahead and just put that right status on there. Hey, I did everything I told you to do. It's in your POMS. Now, a lot of us have been learning about things. And a lot of people be saying, I'm not a stateless person. Yes, you are. Let's go to Black's Law Dictionary and look up stateless person. First of all, I can say I'm a stateless person or not a stateless person. But I'm saying I am a stateless person. I'm going to tell you why. If y'all got y'all's dictionary, read it with me. But I'm reading 9th edition. A natural person who was not considered a national by any country. The Convention relating to status of stateless persons, 1954, provides these people with certain protections and obliges them to abide by the laws of the country where they reside. So since you don't even have a resident, you now become a transient foreigner. And y'all remember that too. Don't get it twisted. All of these words are words of art. So, you look at it, guess what? If you don't want to put that there, delete it. I'll put it there. And see, that's what I want to tell y'all too. See, this is mine. Now, transient foreigner. A transient foreigner, watch this. This is who everybody is. One who visits a country without the intent to remain. That means that you're just going through, doing what you think, right to travel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm transient. And I don't have a legal domicile within any state. That's why I said I'm stateless, because I don't have nothing in the state. I said I'm stateless because I don't have anything in the state. All such stateless persons are not subject to the jurisdiction of any federal court. Can I ask you a question? Does anybody out there have any cases in any federal courts? Research that too as well. All such stateless persons are not subject to the jurisdiction of any federal court, as they are domiciled outside of the general jurisdiction of the federal government. Therefore, as I am not an individual, nor do I consent to act in such a capacity, you may not lawfully use such a number against me. My estate and the property thereof is a foreign state, as described in these words of art, and I live in a word of art. I mean, it's your word that, as defined in word of art, which is what all states of the Union are. Therefore, under these codes, the federal government may not lawfully assert diversity of citizenship jurisdiction over me or my state. I'm going to read that last sentence again. Therefore, under that word of art that y'all put together, the federal government may not lawfully assert diversity of citizenship jurisdiction over me or my state. That one sentence can go, you can smack it on the front of a paper and on an affidavit to give to the head of any entity that you're dealing with. And you don't even give them time to respond. You just say it and don't do it. So simply because of that, there's no need to have a court date. The following facts stipulated here in this correspondence govern my current and further legal relationship with the IRS, the Social Security Administration, and the U.S. government. Furthermore, under these rules that y'all follow, a failure to deny these facts within 30 days of sending this document shall constitute an affirmative admission of their truthfulness. These words of art require that all denials are required to be signed under penalty of perjury by the person denying, and that the person denying must have a personal knowledge. Everybody write this down, 26 USC 6065. When people tell you they don't have to respond back to you, that is the code that they're supposed to follow as a public servant to require to respond back to you. Dun-dun. Everything right there is in that paragraph. I'm going to skip to the next one. I know y'all reading it with me. Hey, guess what, guys? People can voluntarily end their participation in the program. They can voluntarily do it. Because the SSA offers the SSA 521, and procedures for quitting are in this section. In the title says there's no such law that exists or legal authority to deny withdrawal. If there is, all I want is a statute and an implementing regulation that authorizes you, whoever's responding to me, whoever responds to me, you need to make that claim back to me under, the obligation. But you don't have any because. Oh, another thing too. This is the goofy. Now I'm about to start getting really fun with y'all. People be saying, "Well, no, don't get rid of that social." Everybody, write this down. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. You want to keep a card that's bankrupt. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. It's bankrupt. It's bankrupt. It's bankrupt. It's bankrupt. The Social Security Administration is bankrupt. We keep it alive. Again, I'm withdrawing. If it is decided that you will not honor this request, I demand that you rebut this documentation point for point in full, and that any responsive correspondence clearly establish an answer for your violations of law and your willful decision of why you're trying to exceed your lawful delegated authority. I'm going to get this notarized, and that's going to go with the process. Hey y'all, if you want to add resolution 75, I did. I didn't have to. I can do what I want to do. There are people who open up that mail, and I want them to learn the truth too. Now, we are ready to file. What you're going to do first, everybody get a blank sheet of paper and write filing instructions under crystal clarity. Write that down, filing instructions under crystal clarity. Great. Number one, make 2 original copies of all of your documents. Number 2, for both original copies of the documents, do the following. Request for withdrawal of application. Make sure you signed it like we did. We already went over it. The Form 56. Make sure you sign it like we went over it. Don't forget to attach the actual and constructive legal notice with the Form 56. We're going to be going back to that screen, guys. There we go. With the Form 56, guys, attach this to the back or front, whatever your spirit tells you to do. All right? That's attached with the Form 56. Okay, great. Then attach then put in the package the Social Security Administration application for revocation of false Social Security card. Okay? Make sure you signed it. Make sure everything is properly. Make sure there's no maple syrup on it. Make sure it's clean, crystal. The verification of identity by public official. Make sure you fill that form out perfectly. Do not forget to thoroughly attach or copy a picture of yourself on that document. Make room for this. Yeah, make room for and get it notarized. Get this document notarized. Cover letter. Fill in the dates. When you go to the cover letter, we're going back to the cover letter. Make sure you fill in the dates. Make sure that you fill in each certified mail number respectfully and respectively. And then fill in the local Social Security Administration's office's name and address. We already got the first 2. You only have to look for those. Then put the enclosures. Then the official the letter we just went over. Get this document signed in front of a notary. All right? Get this document signed in front of a notary. You should now have 2 fully complete original copies of your documentation. On a copier, preferably color. Make 3 copies of one of your original document sets. Again, make 3 copies of one of your original document sets. Everything will be mailed out, certified mail, return receipt. One copy goes to the Social Security Office of Commissioner in Maryland, which is that address right on the cover of that letter. Well, so everything's right there. One copy goes to Linda Stiff, the current commissioner, acting commissioner of the IRS, and one copy to the branch manager of your local Social Security office. The two originals, write this down. The two originals are for your own records and for making photocopies as may be needed in the future. I strongly advise the high-frequency listeners to keep two original copies and store each original at a different location in case of natural disaster, confiscation, fire, or any number of other reasons. Now, you're also going to send it to another office. He said, why you just trying to throw this in? I got this now. You messing everything up. You was doing smooth, and then now you're going to freak another office on me? Yeah. You're going to send it to the local IRS office in your state and get a name. And one of the main reasons for sending the document to the local IRS office is to ensure that you have a specific person in that office to hold personally liable in any court if they refuse to do what you request. So make sure you identify a specific person and name in the office on the letter, and that the office is as close to you as possible. Do not just list the office under the office heading. If you need to call and find out who handles or will be handling the withdrawal, then make sure to do so. If you submit it to the local office in person, make sure that you bring a witness who can sign an affidavit if necessary that the form was accepted by their office, who accepted it, when they accepted it, and the results of what they said. Address 3 of the 5 10 by 13 envelopes using the addressee information. Affix the certified mail slips and return receipts as directed to the packages. If you have a struggle with this, your local post office or UPS store would gladly help you. Label the 2 envelopes SSN Resignation Originals 1 and SS Resignation Originals 2. Place your documents into your envelopes and mail the 3 with now 4. Mail the 4 because we mail it to the IRS, the local IRS office. And we added that one. So add that on to the cover letter. Okay? Place your documents into your envelopes and mail them certified mail and store the 2 originals. Place your documents into your envelopes and mail them certified mail and store the 2 originals. All right. We forgot one more form. And we're going to go over that form. Let me drink some water real quick. How am I doing, guys? Give me some feedback. Taking a little water break. I'm right here. Y'all ain't gone nowhere. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Hey man, you are getting down. This is some very, very, very powerful information. I'm definitely gonna get these documents and get this out. I mean, powerful information, brother. Powerful. Very, very, and very, very well presented too. Very, very well presented.
Hey, Issa, do you want to take questions?
You want to take some questions?
No, okay, yeah. I'm gonna do questions. We gotta go over this last form.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and I'm ready. I'm back, y'all. I'm ready. I had to clear my throat. All right. This affidavit to correct the record to rescind all signatures on all Social Security SS5 forms. I love to give credit where credit is due. Jonah Bay, I want everybody to know, I'm putting it out there officially. Jonah is a Pisces and I'm a Taurus, and we harmonize. We have a harmony. So that's the end of that. Me and Jonah, we work together. Joe College is a Taurus. What's up, boy?
I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus too.
See, Yusuf, I know that's right. and so I just Leo, my father Leo, Derek. Okay, but May 7th. That's what's up. Okay, let me get back to the y'all sending me these little things. Hey y'all, y'all question. Okay, I do want everybody to come back in when I ask this. Are y'all having fun? Answer me, really. Are y'all having fun today? Because that's what it's supposed to be about. Wow, I am too. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Almost fun. No doubt. Cool, okay. Let's get back to work. Affidavit to correct the record to rescind all signatures. Jonah Bay said, Issa, always remember when you dealing with anybody, rescind the signature. I was like, Jonah, I don't need to do it. I got the whole process here at work. But he is so fun and he is so real and it just makes sense. Rescind it all. You can do that under contract law. So we always have this affidavit. Now watch this. When Jonah gave me that caveat, I said, great. I put together, hey y'all, listen to me. This is the affidavit of all affidavits. And I'm going to tell you why. Affidavit ain't supposed to be one page. Yusuf went over affidavits. I got this out of learning how to write it from the Red Book, from the Manual on Legal Style. You say your name, you say your appellation up top, and then you being duly sworn. And you always start, everybody write this down, secret. Everybody say high frequency secret, or write down high frequency secret. All affidavits are supposed to correct the record. You always trying to do something. So since you went in legally swirled, just correct the record and then put whatever you want to put after it. See how simple that was? You see how mine start? An affidavit to correct the record to rescind all signatures. You can say affidavit to correct the record that my name is. Affidavit to correct the record that I hit you in the eye with a slingshot. You can just do whatever. I mean, I'm having fun, but you get it, guys? Great. So I got this from, so Jonah added to this. Yeah. Rescind all signatures. Always rescind. Always. And another thing too, guys, this procedure that we are learning, because this is not legal advice. This is something that I'm informing you of. That's all. It's been known for years. I'm not a lawyer. I went to college for 2 years and dropped out. My first report card, I had 1A, 5 Bs. My second report card, I got 5 Bs, 1 C. My father said, if you make the dean's list, you can move off campus. So I made the D's list and I moved off campus. And then my grades after that, D, 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 F, F, F. I mean, I don't know why I told you that, but I just want to tell you that I'm simple with it. And this is all simple. No one has to have a degree to do all this stuff. It's all about how much you want to learn. So you reading this affidavit, this is how your affidavits are going to start going right now. You can rescind stuff. Read number 5. This affidavit complies with the rules of evidence and is admissible in any tribunal, court, or domestic/foreign office in the United States and the United States of America. This affidavit establishes my personal knowledge and authenticity. You see your competency? And y'all see how we're talking about? This is high frequency stuff. This ain't for everybody. 7. This is the next caveat, that when you have officially did your birth certificate process, you put in there, I know that an official record of authentication concerning me is kept in the ordinary course of business, under seal, entitled to full faith and credit, at the Department of State, signed by y'all peoples. And here go the number right there. If you have that, put that there. If you don't, take that out. If you do not have, if you have not authenticated your birth certificate, effective communication to my high frequency family. If you have not authenticated your birth certificate, do not put number 7 in that affidavit. Delete that whole thing. If you have done it, leave it there. The purpose of this affidavit is a notice to all that I am what, y'all? I'm competent to handle all my affairs. Number 9. I am not a public officer, state or federal employee, government employee, indentured servant, or a slave paying into another pension program in the United States. That takes you right out the jurisdiction. If you can prove that you are not a public officer, state or federal employee, government employee, indentured servant, or a slave paying into another pension program in the United States, you're foreign. I want to get a 98 number. If you can prove that you are not a public officer, state or federal employee, government employee, indentured servant, or slave, paying into another pension, hint, hint, SSA program. Now, here's the questions that's coming from y'all minds right now, because I'm a God and I can feel it. But Issa, I'm an employee. I work at a place of employment. That's not the definition of an employee. What makes you an employee is the SS5 form. Because after you do this process, you become a legal alien allowed to work. Hey y'all, we can't leave you hanging. We can't tell you to end something and then go into, hey y'all, you are now a legal alien allowed to work. And push come to shove, if they ask for a social, you can tell them that you don't have one, but if there is a number that somebody definitely got to have, it's now back into the Social Security Administration database under its original status of non-resident alien. That's what happens with this process, y'all. You go back into a database. This is what happens. This is how we presume and couple ourselves with the Social Security franchise. What transpires is 2 voluntary mechanisms. The one is ignorant presumption about what a U.S. citizen is for the purposes of the Social Security franchise, and consequently the federal income tax, and a voluntary agreement to apply for social insurance through the birth registration process. a 100% voluntary United States franchise. It's a franchise, y'all. The Social Security Administration is a franchise. The Social Security Administration is like Burger King. It's like Taco Bell. Your agreement, coupled with your ignorance about your U.S. citizenship, indemnifies the Social Security Administration. That's another thing. Can I sue? No, you can't sue because you volunteered for it, and it indemnifies them. Only thing you can't do is fix stuff. I always remember that. All you can do is fix stuff. All you can do is fix things. Your ignorance about this process throughout your life results in you also making a U.S. person election in the course of banking, business, and tax filing. Your additional ignorance about the indirect excess nature of the federal income tax leads you to believe that working in banking is otherwise impossible without a Social Security number. And that's a myth widely accepted across the nation by not only the people in general, but by those most responsible for doing the dirty work. For the United States, which is the gatekeeper. Your human resource office, the DMV clerks, all the customer service reps at all these financial institutions, they're the gatekeepers. But guess what? The United States has provided everyone with the remedy to conduct their affairs in accordance with the Constitution. Knowledge is power, y'all. And the first thing that you have to understand is that what we are doing, y'all, so y'all can understand it. When you were born a non-resident alien. That was the word of art that was made for the purposes of the federal income tax. Just so they can put it in there. But a non-resident alien, see, I want y'all to start looking up these words because I don't want to get too vicious with this because this is me really on 20, 25. I'm slowing down, man. Once you were born, they snagged you. 20 CFR 422.103B2 with that birth certificate. Thank you, Joe College. When you were born, after you were born, they snagged you under 20 CFR 422.103B2. Hey, y'all said y'all wanted high frequency. Issa gonna give it to you. Because the Creator has given it to me and said they are ready. And Noble Drew Ali said, give it to them, Slim. Can we get that again? You sure can. When you were born a non-resident alien. And that word of art was, first of all, you were born a freeborn person. First of all, a freeborn, sentient spirit, you know what I'm saying, in a meat suit, basically. But we always remember, we have to understand something. Words of art are the caveat in all fictitious entities. Did we say we cannot sue? No, you cannot sue. But I'm going to answer that question. I wanted to get that out there. No, you can't sue. And stop trying to sue people. Oh, yeah, everybody trying to sue somebody, stop it. Oh, yeah, ever say it again. Everybody trying to sue somebody, calm down, Issa. And yeah, everybody trying to sue people, stop. Stop it. Fix your stuff first. Period. End of discussion. Once you were born, they snagged you under 20 CFR 422.103, parentheses B, parentheses 2. That's that state birth certificate. They snagged you. And they presumed that you was a U.S. citizen by the hospital. since they presume that that is how you will be characterized by the state Social Security office. Then you got put into a United States government franchise called Social Security. And that law and then under that government franchise Social Security under 42 USC 666, you became other property. That is Roman numeral I, then V, :3:2. Giving y'all the laws. After that happened, after the application for the Social Security office, you were put into a Social Security database. And that database made you a U.S. citizen and gave you a card. Then, by mistake, you filled out people fill out W-9s. People think they are affirming U.S. citizenship status or U.S. citizen status, but they are affirming a U.S. citizen status. And when I keep saying U.S. citizen status, there are 4 United States. United States. Write this down, y'all. Did y'all know this? It's 4 United States. United States 1, United States 2, United States 3, and United States G. Then you got a bank account as a U.S. citizen, and you fill out a W-4 by actual employment or by a voluntary agreement. Still a U.S. citizen. Then you fill out a W-2. Still a U.S. citizen. Oh, now give me. Oh yeah, you need to fill out a U.S. individual income tax return, 1040. Still a U.S. citizen. Watch this. Then you go into the IRS database. How many levels did they get you in before they even got to the IRS? And if you don't believe me, research it. Oh yeah, all of this information that I am giving you is something that I've read and researched. They did all that to you, well, not to you, but to the fictitious straw man, all before they got into that. They did all that before they hit before you hit the IRS database. The Easter today gave you the constitutional escape hatch. Hey y'all, the information that I gave y'all today was information on the constitutional escape hatch. And that is to correct your status. And to change the status with the Social Security Administration, all we had to do was follow 20 CFR 422.110 parentheses A. We add this affidavit. I didn't get my new Social Security card yet. Yeah, that's a great question. Somebody asked me how does Social Security card look. I didn't get one. I don't even know if I'm going to get one. I don't even know, but I know one thing, they got 10 days to respond. So I didn't get it yet. Okay, so now going back to the webinar, y'all know how y'all got caught up now. Anybody tell you anything other than this? They lying. Don't get mad at them. 20 CFR 422.110 parentheses A. It's the constitutional escape hatch. Remember, the United States, write this down, y'all. When you even talking to people about it, when they say you can't do this, crush them. Oh yeah, high frequency people crush everybody out with wisdom and love. This is what your sentence is going to say. Mike, yeah, the United States has provided everyone with the remedy to conduct their affairs in accordance with the Constitution. And as James Madison says, knowledge is power. Now, listen to this. The Form SS5 in the block titled Citizenship, with U.S. citizen as the first election available, we know, therefore and now, that if this option is selected, the applicant is placing itself under the sovereignty of the government. That's why they're calling you sovereign citizens. Because they're saying that they are sovereign over you because you're still a citizen. I'm a Moor, I'm this, I'm Indian, I'm Cherokee, I'm white, I'm black, I'm purple. Slim, you got social, right? Yep. Yeah. Okay, citizen. Look up the word citizen. And remember, citizen, write this down. Citizen is the opposite of alien. Somebody just chimed in and said something powerful. Somebody said that is why the name is under the Social Security number. Absolutely. It's all making sense now. Now watch this. When you filled out U.S. citizen, you placed yourself under the sovereignty of the government for the purposes of this form and what it provides. So that's what we did. Now, if you are not domiciled in the geographical United States 2 under 42 U.S.C. Words of Art, but you are a member of the national body politic within the United States, then you are a legal alien allowed to work. Hold on 1 minute, guys. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. On Form SS5, if you are a member of the national body politic within United States 1, then you are a legal alien allowed to work on Form SS5, whereby an A number, which is I-766, or other federally mandated evidence. You see how it says now I-766, not I-666 no more. And now it's 7, and 7 is completion. Or other federally mandated evidence of a right to work status is not required, as in the case of a foreign national. This information that I'm reading, I got it off the internet. I'm just all over the place. This is my research. That's all it is. I'm sorry, guys. It's just my research. But like you just said, listen to this over and over again. Okay. An A number or 1766 is not required for you, and the Social Security number application program should be able to process your legal alien allowed to work status by skipping the date field queries requested, which are otherwise for a foreign national. This is no different than skipping the passport number and country of issuance queries at the bank when opening a non-resident alien bank account. And it simply does not apply to you because you are an American national and not a foreign national. Everybody say this: I am an American national and not a foreign national. And not. This is by design, y'all. In 26 CFR 301.6109, a Social Security number is generally identified in the records and database of the Internal Revenue Service as a number belonging to a U.S. citizen or resident alien individual. A person may establish a different status for the number by providing proof of foreign status with the Internal Revenue Service under such procedures as the Internal Revenue Service shall prescribe. And that's going to be another webinar where we get that. But in order to fix the social, we have done it today. In order to terminate it, we have done it today. And that is, we were under 422.110. Individuals' request for change in record. You must complete and sign a Form SS5 on any change in the record. Once this process is done, a numident record is updated. Okay? The numident record is continually referenced by the IRS to process federal income tax returns. Now,
Issa, can I interrupt real quick?
non-resident alien. Hello?
Yeah, that was me. I just want to tell everybody, hold your questions until the end, because people are asking questions. They want to know how this has changed your life. Circumspector 720. Obviously, you don't know public and private. Why would you talk about health care and food and all that? I'm not understanding that. But just hold your questions until afterwards, okay? We'll get to them.
Okay, and I'm wrapping up. I'm gonna wrap up because that's the process, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this process, and we got everything we need now. So I did it step by step. You need a cover letter. You need a legal notice of resignation for Social Security and demand for rebuttal, which we have there. Get that notarized. SF Form 521 filled out completely the way we just did it. SS IRS Form 56 with actual constructive legal notice attached to the Form 56. Form SS5 application for revocation of false Social Security card with instructions. Affidavit to correct the record to rescind all signatures on all Social Security SS5 forms. Verification of identity by public official. Resolution 75. And order of court if you have it. I'm ready for all questions. Yusuf?
Well, the first thing I want to say is, I just saw this question pop up. He said, well, how do you get health care? I mean, why? I mean, you don't get health care. I mean, acquiring housing, you can do all that through a business entity. You get a house, health care, food, I mean, I don't understand the question. I mean, like, you do all that through another entity. That's how you obtain all of that. You get your business credit. You need to buy a house or a car, you can do it through a business. And really, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The question on health care, to me, in my opinion, is y'all need to eat the right kind of food. And you need health care for, because you don't take care of yourself. But he wants to know if this is how has this changed your life? You doing all of this?
Okay, it just made my life simpler. I don't want an ostentatious lifestyle. I want to become private with Yusef, Q, Savage, Terrell, Duna, Ayanda, people who Jonah, the people on this line who agree with me, and their spirit tells them that they should connect with me in these last days, and I connect with them in these last days. That's what I'm trying to do. And you know what? That was a great question, because I didn't think I did a great presentation on the fact that I never told you why I do this. I do this because I want out the system. And if I get involved with Yusef and start following the information that he has and Joan the information we have, we can do our own thing. And everything that we are begging the government for, see, that's what, see, what's wrong with people is that we are, okay, now I'm going to talk. We're going to talk, because these are great questions. We have got to stop being beggars. The beggar doesn't get anything. The beggars can't be choosy.
You know what? And that's so true. They don't realize that healthcare is begging. Social Security is begging. Unemployment is begging. Benefits and privileges is begging. All those are forms of begging. A truly free man or woman does for themselves. They don't have to go to anybody for anything.
Absolutely.
And that's what this process is for. It's not for people who still want to get health care and, things of that nature. It's not what it's for. It's not for those individuals. These are for individuals trying to come out of the system. That's what privacy is about. Public and private do not mix.
Oh yeah, another thing too. I'm going to add what Yusuf said. Effective communication. This is not for everybody. If you are a usury type of person, and you want the government to take care of you, and you want people to get, and you want to walk down and beg them for stuff, and say, I want to fill out an application to do this, I want to do that. See, I don't want to do that anymore. And I feel as though I'm wise and smart enough not to. So I got on high frequency, and I started saying there's other people who feel like me. And anybody who paid money for this webinar and was just doing this for them was curious. No, this is for ultimate freedom. This is for my constitutional rights being coming back. And that's what this is for. It's not for everybody. And if you already have health care and all of these things that you have, you're going to be put back into the system. In the database, listed as non-resident area, non-taxable. That's why we're doing this. We didn't know of these things. When we do the shows, we talk about things like the country's bankrupt. and the country is bankrupt, and you still want to beg from a system that's bankrupt.
Well, I mean,
Goofy.
somebody says, well, if they're bankrupt, how is it begging? It's begging if you got to go to anybody and ask them for anything. It's begging. Why do you need to go to them and ask them for anything, period? They're bankrupt, so they're supposed to be coming to you. That's why you're a creditor. They're coming to you to get stuff.
And another thing I want to say, Yusef, every person on this webinar, ask yourself this question. Why are you relying upon other people to solve your social and economic problems? Why are you relying on other people to solve your social and economic problems? And that should stop a lot of questions about the reasons, because all questions are great questions. But when a great question comes where it needs to be emphasized that this is for people who are saying, I'm about to join trust with Yusuf and Issa and them, and we're going to do our own thing. We're going to be peaceful. We're going to love our country. We're going to just finally get together and do everything that we talked about. Because that's what this is about, y'all. This is not about somebody trying to convince you to stay with all these things. If Yusuf ever comes out abrasive, it's not that he's abrasive. He's really trying to get you to understand, come out of her. Come out. Come out. This is like a spiritual thing. So that's what I wanted to say. Yusuf, you got something you want to say?
Oh, brother. I mean, that was very well laid out. You went from beginning to end. Stephanie has a question. Hold on. Stephanie.
Wait for questions.
Are you there?
Yes.
All right, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay. My question is, I retired a couple of months ago. I'm still young. And I have a pension in my 401k plan.
Mm-hmm.
They want me to take the pension out in 30 days. But should I do this process first, or because I don't want to pay taxes on that, my 401k plan and all that. So should I do that first, or should I take the money out first and do the process after? You know about that?
Okay. Thank you for being effective communicator with your question.
Thank you.
What I would do if I were you.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I would take all my money out.
Wait a minute. Stephanie, that's kind of like a tax question. And I'm going to refrain from giving any tax advice on here. There are ways that you can reduce, because it's going to be some types of taxable event with that, but you can probably move it into some sort of trust and maybe reduce the tax exposure, but then that gets into tax structuring. So I think that's a little bit beyond the scope of this call.
That's okay.
Okay?
They mentioned I can roll it over to IRA. That's what,
Right.
Do that.
You can roll it over into something, and you eventually want to get it in some sort of trust where it's going to reduce your tax liability. But I don't want to get into giving tax advice. So
you're right. Thank you for your answer. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
And I want to finish answering that question, because you said it does get, what I was going to finish saying is, because I want to help this young lady. If I were you, I would take it out, because they about to start garnishing everybody's bank accounts anyway. That was my only answer. And if you and everybody on this call, pay your taxes because you're under domestic law to do that. You volunteered to do it. So pay your taxes.
Another question, real quick. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. I have a bank account that's under my Social Security number, and if I do this process, I mean, is it going to affect my bank account because it's already open under my Social Security number?
Okay. So what I think my suggestion is that with this information that you got today, you need to start all over. Another thing, too, to answer questions that's going to previously come up. If you have done things before this, if you really pay close attention to what was presented to you today, you will start over and do it differently. And won't be lazy to do that because of what I shared. See, oh yeah, okay, great. I am not a shortcut person. Because of all the mistakes that I have made and things that I have done and seen people do and stuff like that, I want to know every step of what I'm thinking and doing. So when people are trying to do stuff, I'm not like the counselor who can tell you exactly what to do. It's just that this webinar was specifically, effectively for how to remove yourself out of the Social Security system. And I want to keep all of the questions on that because that's what everybody gave their appreciation for.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and Stephanie, it's going to be other seminars. We're going to talk about things like that. But Stephanie, pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. There are ways to pay them.
Yeah, they take it out of my check anyway, so I will be paying it anyways.
Okay. Did I answer your question and did I kind of help you?
Yeah, you said do it over because you said I have my Social Security number is under my bank account. So you said do it over, get another number or something like that.
Okay, Stephanie, great question. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be a critical thinker. First of all, let me ask you a question. Great information today, yes or yes? Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great information today, yes or yes?
Okay, I got you.
No, okay, no, this is what I mean. I want you to say yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Now, because of this new, different, organic, life-changing revocation process, so you can just do everything over again after you do this.
Okay.
I mean, do you agree with that?
Yes.
Hey, y'all, watch this, y'all. This is for the elite. Youssef is sick and tired of being sick and tired. So am I. So is Mada El Musabe. So is Joe Collins. So is Cam. So is Keith Bay. So is Mackie. These are the people who are in this call. We tired. And all of us are going to come together. And we're going to learn how to fix our social and economic problems. That's all this is about. I don't want to be on no cover of a magazine. I don't want to do none of this stuff. I just want everybody to stay in like the stand video that Youssef sent to everybody. I am on stand like never before because Stan said when we get together, we're supposed to do things privately.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be out doing no oh yeah, effective communication. I will not be doing any live seminars, traveling to your house, or none of that. I'm not doing that. No, why? Because I don't have to. I'm a host on High Frequency now, and we're going to have webinars, and we're going to have classes, and we're going to discuss a whole bunch of things, but we're going to fix stuff. We're not going to get into opinions and how we feel emotionally. Those are the things that got us into the things we have done. Absolutely. Absolutely, Fred. So, next question.
Thank you.
question?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, this is BJ. What if you filled out your own request for Social Security number when you were 15 or 16 or something like that, and you already started receiving Social Security?
Okay, great question. To answer that with crystal clarity, what are you trying to do?
Trying to get out of it.
Okay, I love that. Write that down. Write that down. I'm trying to get out of it. Okay, you said that. I didn't. So you can't blame me for nothing. You get it?
Yeah.
You just said to me that I'm trying to get out of it. So if you're trying to get out of it, follow this process.
Okay.
Hold on, repeat after me. I want who? What's your name?
BJ,
BJ, repeat after me. Say, if it's not simple,
if it's not simple,
it's not accurate.
it's not accurate. Okay.
Next question.
I have another question.
Okay.
It was just about the language. So even though you may have filled out your forms yourself, you just still use the language about my parents, this and that.
Absolutely. Everything just went over.
Okay. And do you use your middle name if you have a middle name on all these forms? Your middle name or initial? Because we just use first and last name hyphen last name. If you have a middle name, do you use it on the forms?
Here's what I'm trying to do with people. I do not put the middle name on the application because it is my designation and I'm a private person. And what this is a movement too. Hey man, people who just going by two names, right? Them names is private. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, hold on. Now watch this. See, watch it. All creating by not having all the answers, but just us coming together with these great questions, fixing it. When you do that, it's like, yeah, that's a private person. So the way commerce runs, everybody always got to be first name, middle name, last name. So since that's how commerce is running, I'm doing the opposite. Remember what I said this. Why rage against the machine when I can just unplug it? And that's basically, like, we can get a lot of questions today. But
That's
basically,
awesome.
I'm just trying to unplug myself from that and then give with Yusuf and these other group of smart people who trying to better themselves. And instead of me talking about it and being a liar and a hypocrite and a fat mouth and all this stuff, I don't want to be like these other people out here who saying, yeah, we got this going on, brother. You ain't got jack going on. Do you get rid of your social? No, but shut up. And you know what? That's love. That's nobody trying to be mean. It's just like, really, y'all, we have to start doing that, y'all. Our friends have fat mouths and they're goofy and they say things of folly all the time. I don't want to hang out with nobody like that no more. This what got us into this predicament. That's what this is all about, y'all. I'm nobody trying to be better than nobody. Yusuf put this together because Yusuf said, man, for real, you trying to be free too. And I said, yeah. He said, all right, we're going to do a webinar. And then the people on this webinar, they're agreeing. I mean, most of it. So that's what this is about. This is not a debatable issue that we have, and no one has debated. So when your questions come, don't bring any debate. Bring a question that had to do with the table of contents of what was presented to you today. Because that's what all I was doing today, effective communication. And I want to make sure y'all understand this with crystal clarity before we get off this line, because we only have like another 45 minutes to an hour left. Because I haven't asked a question, because I've been doing a lot of talking. So we're going to talk for another 45 minutes to an hour, and then we can go enjoy our day. Next question? Or do you have any more questions of anybody else? I'm ready to listen.
Still have some questions that probably everybody else might be thinking too. One of them is the only original document we're going to be sending out is the cover letter, like an original signature on a cover letter, and the rest we send out are copies.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me go to my notes. filing instructions. You're going to make 2 original copies. And you know why I'm not putting this down? Because I want y'all to write. That's what's wrong with us. We don't write. Write. Start writing.
Okay.
Make 2 original copies of all your documents.
Right, but you said maintain 2 originals.
Absolutely.
So that's why I asked, do we not send out any originals?
No.
Okay. You do not send out originals. You send copies of everything.
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned something about authentic birth certificate. I'm not familiar with that process.
All right. I will go over that really quickly. Your birth certificate is owned by some people that you don't know who own it. Okay?
Right.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear.
Okay. You're supposed to be owning that birth certificate. And there's a process that we'll talk about in another time if you get on the high frequency blog talk, or if Yusef could could Yusef has helped me do the call. So we could definitely give you that information, but it doesn't have to do with what we're talking about today. But you're gonna have to get that birth certificate authenticated with the Department of State. It's gonna have to first go to your county. You're gonna get a copy of your birth certificate, vital statistics, office of where you were born, and you can either go there or you can get it in the mail. And then you're going to authenticate that in your Secretary of State office of where the birth certificate was.
Okay.
And then you're going to get that authenticated with the Department of State.
Okay.
That's the process. That's a whole nother process.
Okay. Okay, so once they change the status, do you have any idea how long it takes for them to do that? And if you're already working or not working, let's say you're applying for a new job and you still use your Social Security number, but it now has a new status attached to it.
Yes, it takes 10 days. It's supposed to take 10 days. They're supposed to respond. They're supposed to respond back to you within 10 days, pursuant to 26 USC 6065. Like when you read that letter that we put together, you'll see it right there. Okay. Read that letter, and in the back it tells you everything is right there. And don't forget, always go to your constitutional escape hatch.
Okay.
Somebody just asked me a question, so you're going to let us know when you get yours, right, Brother Issa? Y'all going to be the first ones to know. Oh, yeah, everything I do from now on is a new process. I want y'all to know some things about me. I'm just creating stuff. I'm only 45. I'm just learning these things. But I'm doing them under the law. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to produce that to you guys. But I have done, but I'm helping other people with a whole bunch of things, and it's working. And this is the accurate process how to do it.
Okay.
So always go to your constitutional escape hatch. See, that's why I gave you that. Remember, see, this stuff is being taped. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all everything. You have a constitutional escape hatch,
which is 20 CFR 422.110 parentheses A.
Bam.
Bam. Woo! Love it.
Yeah, and make copies of that and know it. And at the family reunions, tell your family about stuff like that. And stop doing electric slide and stuff. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Next question.
Okay, we're going to get Sterling in. Boy, you're a comedian too, boy. You're doing an electric slide. All right, Sterling, your mic is open.
Hello, yes, that was funny, the electric slide. Good for you. When we tell them to return the funds back to us,
Do you know if it's good to set up like a Treasury Direct account and have them send the funds to an account somewhere, which would, I guess, be out of a private trust with no Social Security attached to it?
That is a great question, and I'm going to let Yusuf answer that question after I say my part, okay?
Okay.
My suggestion is when the money comes back, if it does come back to you, you'll let us know that it came back, and then I will call Yusuf. No, I'm serious. Because, you know, we're doing some things, and, you know, and then Yusuf will tell you how to protect your assets. And it'll be through that trust. I mean, I know how to do it as well, but Yusuf is really a trust law phenomenon. So, I will let Yusuf answer, finish. I will yield the floor to Yusuf on the answer to that question.
Okay, now repeat it one more time.
Just one other.
Okay, now repeat it one more time.
I mean, what I was thinking is that, like, there are people who I know who've done this process before, and they've gotten letters back from the Social Security Administration. And so we're wondering what we did wrong. So we did learn quite a few things from how to fill out the form, but we were just thinking ahead and thinking, wait a minute, we're telling them to, you know, return the funds to us, but we're not giving them specific directions, but where to send the funds. So I was thinking maybe we ought to set up some Treasury Direct account somewhere, you know, under a private trust number, tax-exempt number, and, you know, just to give them something to go with and see what they do.
Okay, I'm gonna show. All right, I'm gonna mute you for a second because you're starting to give a lot of feedback, Issa. But I'm gonna say this: there is a document that I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, that gives me a clue. I have not done this, but this may be something that you want to check out for yourself. In answer to your question, because what you're talking about doing is collapsing that Social Security trust account and moving those funds over into another account that you got control over. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, that's essentially what we're telling them to do when, you know, we fill out that, you know, that form that we went over today.
All right. Well, you ever seen this document right here? This is how to access your master straw account. Access the kind of account to discharge. You see it? You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it before is what I'm asking you.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Now, in here, I've talked, before I ever saw this document, some attorneys gave me some information on how to collapse those accounts to get those money in those accounts. So you can get the money in those accounts. He didn't tell me specifically, but he said you had to draw down those money into those accounts. This is the only thing that I've ever found, and nobody ever knows who posted it, where this is very similar to what that attorney was telling me that day. And right here you have the Treasury Direct account, you have the DTC questionnaire. You're going to have to set up a private trust account. Now, in here they're telling you that you're going to have to do your trust account through a trust company. And your DTC questionnaire is going to be filled out by this trust company too. But it gives a pretty good explanation, in my opinion, of, and this is what a lot of people on the upper echelon are doing right now. They're going through that, the DTC, doing that, utilizing that Rule 144A and getting an accusive number. So now you got a tracking number on that instrument, and then trying to, you know, funnel those that money down through those accounts into some type of Treasury Direct account or something like that. So, I mean, that's just a lead. I'm not saying, not giving you specifics. I've heard about that. I've been hearing about it for years. You know, Patrick Devine has talked about it. A lot of other people have talked about it. I haven't seen anybody that's been effectively be able to do that, what you're talking about, though.
Right. That's fine. Just one last question from a practical standpoint for Issa.
Uh-huh.
Has he ever anyone who has done this process, who has a regular job, does he know if that affects sort of, you know, some of the taxes that's taken out, for example, the Medicare and Social Security? Has he met anyone where, you know, the employer is like, okay, we can't take this out, or, you know, what kind of practical experience does he have, or anyone who he's been affiliated with that has done this process, you know, for individuals who currently have a job, just in terms of what to expect?
Okay, this is what you should expect. You should expect everything going perfectly the way it's supposed to go, because you're going to put your energy toward that first of all. Second, when it does successfully happen, you will be put back into a database. I want y'all to understand what's really going on. You're going to be put back into a database. The information that was given on that revocation of false Social Security card is going to be put in the database. And that database is going to show that you're a non-resident alien now, because you changed the process. You changed your status with the SSA. And I want y'all to understand something. You did it exactly the way they told you to do it. So when it comes to your taxes at your job and things of that nature, when you get your pay stub, if they haven't changed that, then you go to Human Resources, show them your document that was sent, and get it changed. That's what we're going to be doing.
I see. Thank you, Issa.
You're welcome. Anybody there got a question?
Joe College, your mic is open.
I'm still here, y'all. Anybody have any questions?
This is
I'm
Vivian.
sorry. Hello, East, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have my mic muted on my phone. To the last young lady, that I can answer your questions, because I oversee a summer program where we hire youth, and a lot of things that Issa was saying when I first heard him connected a bunch of dots for me, because in hiring the teams, I'm working with the W-4s and the forms that need to go to HR. And I'm also seeing a lot of forms, like from Homeland Security, from the Latino community. They look like bonds when they're naturalized, when they've taken the oath, they naturalize. It actually looks like a certificate that we make up for, like a negotiable instrument to send to the Treasury. Also, the social cards, like Issa stated, you will have your name, and then it will say non-resident alien allowed to work. That's what it's going to actually say on the Social Security card. Now, when anybody that's had a 9 to 5 or 8 to 4:30 or 2 to 11 or 3 to 12, you have filled out the I-9 form. You just didn't realize that's what you was filling out, because they just shove papers in your face and until you fill them out. That I-9 form is where you make your election to say if you are a U.S. citizen, a non-resident alien, or let's see, what else does it say on there? It says a U.S. citizen, a non-resident alien. Well, that's really where you like make your elections, your classification. So if you already got a 9 to 5 and they put you in the database as a non-resident alien, then you just fill out another I-9 form and send it to Human Resources so that they can classify you in the correct category within their database. That's basically what you have to do.
Absolutely, 100% correct.
Yeah, I just want to share that with the family because I noticed some of the questions coming up, and I'm not being picky because when I first started listening to Yusuf and started hearing trust, but before I started reading it, that was one of my very first questions. Well, can I be private and can I, withdraw myself and still have a 9 to 5? Basically, what Issa is conveying to us is a proper process to where if we don't have a trust already set up, that we can still, navigate this commercial landscape. One other thing I want to just tell the family, even after today, family, we're going to have to keep reading and keep studying because some of the questions I'm noticing that people are studying processes instead of the principles behind what's going on. Like when we start to compare what Brother Issa is doing to what Brother Jonah is doing, when they really both go together. Because if you study, you will see where one may have a dot, 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 and then a skip, and then another dot. That may be where Jonah fills in that dot in what he was teaching us. So, anytime like we are thinking of what a trust is, just start thinking of it in everyday terms. If you got insurance, that's a trust. Why? Because you pay money to somebody, to another entity that will benefit you if you make a request for it. You register your car, that's a trust. Why? Because you're getting taxed from the city. If you got an individual retirement account, that's a trust. Why? Because they holding your money for your benefit. Pension plans, all of that. So when we start to change our thinking, a lot of the questions that we have will be answered through our study. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I don't want to seem like I'm ranting.
No, you did a great job, brother. I appreciate you helping me along the way. Like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm looking at the questions that are being posted, and I'm gonna answer them when I see them come up. Does this in any way affect your secure party agreement, power of attorney, hold harmless indemnity, and common law copyright use UCC1? I'm going to read it back. Does this in any way affect? Yeah, it affects it. So you send in a notice to them where your UCC1 agent say, hi, how you doing today? I just got rid of my social. That's it. See, a lot of stuff that we are doing, y'all, we're doing too much. If you change something, you need to correct the record, right? Just correct the record. That's it. Okay, I'm trying to find the next question. Or if anybody got a question, they want to come on, doesn't matter. Y'all can let me know. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, once you do this process, what does that do as far as the other minimum contacts? Like if you still have a driver's license or a marriage license, what does that do as far as those other minimum contacts that you do have, since you just took one main minimum contact being the Social Security number?
Okay, great question. And how I will answer that back to you is so I can know exactly where you're coming from. What exactly are you trying to do? Like, you want to go over the driver's license first?
It doesn't matter. I mean, everybody's trying to get off this plantation. And like Yusuf said, and you were saying yourself, that everybody, if you ask too many questions, they really don't want to be off this plantation. But I happen to be an individual that wants to be off this plantation and want to be left alone. So I want to take care of most of these minimum contacts where if I do one thing and they're able to hold you to, well, you got to, you have a contract over here, even though you got rid of your Social Security number, you still have a driver's license. Or you, you're still a registered voter. So, I like to cross all T's and dot all the I's.
Okay, absolutely. And I'm going to do my best to answer that and give you back a great answer, because that was a great question. And people are in the chat saying that's a good question. this is what you're going to do. After this process is over and you change your status under the constitutional escape hatch, you go to the DMV. Write this down. Say, how you doing today? I have a license here, and here are the documents that say that I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't know if I should give it to you or should I give it to your official or whatever, but I just wanted to come. Who do I talk to about that? And you hand them an affidavit of, I have rescinded. Matter of fact, you can go to the, everybody pull up, okay, I'm gonna pull it back up. We're gonna go to the affidavit to correct the record. Haha, see what I'm saying? You're correcting the record. So we're going to pull that one back up. Don't forget, this is going to be a template for y'all. You use it anytime you want. You go into the DMV or any human resource office and you tell them that you put this on the record. And don't forget, number 5. This affidavit complies with the rules of evidence and is admissible in any tribunal, court, or domestic, foreign office in the United States and the United States of America. So that's what you'll do. You just go in there and tell them that. And they'll fix it in the system there as well. Maybe when we get these things coming back slowly but surely, we'll just start corresponding with the agencies and communicating with them just like this. That's how I would do it. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes, you did. I have just one more question.
Okay.
Okay, and the other question is this, because what I want to do is when I get started right, I want to make sure I'm doing everything correct. Because I guess a lot of us are real scared of, making, doing the wrong thing. And because this is sounding very similar to like the resignation of agency, and then the organization being the birth certificate, and then the place of residence is really the District of Columbia. And here it is, you're in, say another state. And that's how they always get you, Congress gets you when you're in commerce, interstate commerce, because, because you're in one state and, the organization being the birth certificate is, the organization. So this thing sounds somewhat similar to that when you do a resignation of agency. So I don't know if it's similar to it or if it's not similar to it, because it seems like it's another remedy also.
And that's why we're putting it all together like this. Like Jonah gave me Jonah told me to rescind all the signatures, and that is 100% on point. And everything now, guys, after you do this, it's about personal development. How are we talking to the people we're dealing with? How are we going to communicate with people we're dealing with? Simple. Here are our copies of our original that we kept. Here's what was sent to their bosses, which is the IRS and the Social Security Administration. Things have been changed with their boss. So change my stuff. And be kind about it and have it all right there. And yeah, this is it. This is it, y'all. Next question. Oh yeah, guys.
Oh, you answered my question.
Okay, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Now you answered.
Hello? Okay, thank you. All right. Anybody else have a question?
Open Fred's mic up, but I don't know if he can. He said, Fred, your mic is open. You got 2 mics, Fred.
Oh, is that right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to say, Brother Issa, yeah, that's some good research you've been doing there. I appreciate the information. However, I wanted to just add something to what you're doing, because I've been doing my research also, and the Code of Federal Regulations actually has a procedure for you to correct the record, and that's under 20 CFR 401.65.
I saw this in that chat, brother. I need to get a chance to write that down. 20 CFR 401.65.
Correct. And
okay, we're gonna pull that up real quick. You mind?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, but while we're pulling it up, can you continue your questions below?
Yeah, of course. I just want to let you know that tells you how to actually label the envelope and everything. It's under the Privacy Act. So, did you actually get any correspondence back from what you've done? You know.
Okay, the echo. I couldn't hear you. That kind of question.
I said, did you get any correspondence back from what you sent out already?
Oh yeah, true story. I did this last Thursday when they had the good show with the European guy on there on Saturday show. I was in the Social Security office handling my business, mailing everything off, and certified mails and all that stuff. So that's when I did it, y'all. I did it last Saturday. I mean last Thursday. I apologize.
Can I say something? It tells you in there that the only way that they will acknowledge you're going to get anything back is if they cannot process it. That's the only time you'll get, because everything on the private side is worked through silence. I know that. So it says in D and C, it says acknowledgement of correction request. We will acknowledge receipt of a correction request within 10 working days unless we can review and process the request and give an initial determination of denial or compliance before that time. So, it says before that time. So, we will acknowledge receipt of the correction of the request within 10 days. You did say they had 10 days to do it, right?
Yeah.
If the record is wrong, if the record is wrong, yeah, this is some good information to have. This is excellent. Thank you, brother. This needs to be added into the Dropbox. I'm gonna put it in the Dropbox for everybody.
And also add that in your letter. You see, watch this. I put all the stuff together for us today. I mean, I put it together all week. But this brother just came on and just added it on to the high frequency family. Thank you so much.
He did. It's some good information.
This is Ron O. You said you know me from Vegas.
Yep, sure do. That's some good information, brother. You came with right there. I mean, because everything is procedural. So, it's good information to have. Make sure that we're doing everything correctly. So
yeah, they're gonna act like they don't know what they're talking about if you don't go through this Privacy Act. That's how you gotta put it to them. So
yeah, you gotta put.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, always put your codes and everything in where you're getting your process from.
I love this, man. I love learning the new CFR code. And add that in the letter, y'all. Hey, y'all, effective communication. Somewhere in the letter, put in there acknowledgement of correction request. Under Code of Federal Regulations 401.65, I have complied with the request.
I'm putting it all in the Dropbox. I'm putting together a Dropbox folder for everyone who's been on the webinar today. Everybody will have access to that. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, why don't everybody who is in chat right now, just put your email in chat right now, and I'll go ahead and start sending out the invites to the Dropbox for that. So so people won't be hitting me later. I might as well do the work now. So
Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Yeah, and y'all don't forget, very important on that SSA 521. I know we got it. We did really well today. But don't forget to put that date of application. And that date of application is the date of the original application for the Social Security card.
Now, how do we know when that is? Because I probably missed it.
All you gotta do is like, okay, this what I did. This what I did. Hey y'all, this is what I did. When I went down to the Social Security office to get my pneumatic request under the Privacy Act for a photocopy of the original SS5 application, she said we couldn't do it at their office, but here is the website and everything to go do, which she gave me everything I needed. Didn't give me no hard time at all. But as I was leaving, I said, I only need this form to get the original date on the original application of the original SS5 that was filled out on me. So I said, I used some persuasion, I complimented, and I said, ma'am, you've been so helpful today. Before I leave, could you please give me the date of the original application? And you know, I'm proud. I don't have no U.S. citizenship cards whatsoever. She said, I need your license, so I need this or that, blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't have any of that stuff. I said, but I am a reader at the Library of Congress. And I gave her my reader card. She said, all right. And then she gave me the date. Wasn't that cool?
That was cool.
But you still got to order the form. And guess what that is? HTTP colon www.ssn.gov/FOIA guide, GUIDE guide, H as in ham, T as in Tom, M as in Mike, number sign, capital T, lowercase o, lowercase c, 5177 454 31. What I just gave y'all was, if the person wants a copy of his or her pneumatic report, which contains all identified information, he or she must request it under FOA procedures. A written request per GN, I know y'all write this down, 03340.015 is needed. And then it's going to charge you a fee. So guess what? I kind of made it so now you got to go to the Social Security office. Oh yeah, send them, if you're going to mail it, send them a request to, write that down, y'all, SSA OEO DERO. Oh yeah, I apologize, guys. SSA is separate, OEO is separate, and DERO is separate. And then parentheses, FOIA area. Okay, people saying they can't hear you. Yusuf, you hear me, Yusuf?
Yeah, but it's being recorded, man. They're gonna have to go back and because I mean I don't know why they ain't here. That's not. I can hear you fine, and other people can hear you fine. So I mean I can't. You can't hear that's your computer.
We can hear it, but there's so much feedback that we can't understand it.
I don't hear any feedback either. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Okay, how do I sound now?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm muting all the funk. A lot of people open up their phone lines. All right, go ahead now.
Okay, how do I sound now? Y'all let me know how I sound. Okay, once I say okay, better, much better, slight echo. No, all okay. I don't know what y'all missed. So, Hakeem and Charles say I have echo. Okay. I'm just gonna keep reading, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yusef said I'm good. So. Issa echo, Yusef no echo. It echoes when Yusef. Somebody said turn down the computer. Somebody told me to turn down my computer. Okay. Can y'all hear me better now? Much better. Yeah. Okay. Good. It was my computer. Okay. Somebody told me to type the link. Oh, no, I want you to write it down. If the person wants a copy of his or her, oh man, no, if the, we got it right, y'all. If the person wants a copy of his or her Numadin, I don't mind saying it again, which contains all identifying information, he or she must request it under FOA procedures. A written request per GN 03340.015 is needed. So again, that's GN 03340.015 is needed. And that is that code is the how to request, which is what I'm about to give you next. There's going to be a fee for this. Now, everybody listening, write this down. H as in ham, TTP, colon, 2/, FOIA/FOIA/FOIA/GOV/FOIA/FOIA/FOIA/FOIA/FOIA/HTM, number sign, capital T, lowercase OC 517745431. Send the request to SSA, one word, OEO, other word, DERO, other word, parentheses, FOIA area, P.O. Box 33022, Baltimore, Maryland, 21290-3022. If you want to send it express mail, send it to the same first line, which is SSA OEO DERO for FOIA area, but the address is different. 300 N. Green Street, Baltimore, Maryland. 21290-0300. The request will take 30 days to process. Yusuf.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna put that info into chat. Okay, I'll email it to you.
Okay, y'all, that's about it. That's going to wrap it up for today. We want to thank everybody for coming out. I am putting everybody. Fred said he got one more comment. All right, go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred, while I'm putting this stuff in the chat. Go ahead.
All right, I just wanted to add to that this correction that we're making. If you look on that CFR that I gave you earlier, it said the number one thing it asks for the system of records for which the record is retrieved and which you want to correct. The name of that system is actually hold on a second. It's the master social security file.
Is the individual master file?
The number is 60-0058, master files of social security number.
Now, you have an individual master file. You also have a master account, and this is for the lady earlier who asked about getting money out of the account and everything. If she wants to know about that, what she should be reading is Operation Circular Number 1 from the Federal Reserve. That's just a hint. That's beyond the scope of what we're talking about right now, but that's what they're supposed to be reading. But that's the individual master file. Unsanitized version. They have a sanitized and unsanitized version.
Hey, Yusuf.
Uh-huh.
How many people were on this webinar today?
I don't know. I got to calculate it out because people coming in and out. But I think it's probably going to be around like 35, 36, something like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was good. It was good audience. We had a very good turnout today. Very, very good turnout. Very good turnout. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's that you have people that have been trying to reach you. I know you're very busy, but they are willing to work with you to get you fund in any possible way. Okay. All right. Well, all right. All right, I got your email right there. It says somebody's trying to get in touch with me. All right, I'm sending an email. But that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. Hold on a minute. My email is ISSAOEL@yahoo.com. Send me them emails if you need to contact me. And then when we get to talking and kicking it on the email, we'll give out that number. But it's ISSAOEL@yahoo.com. And I will see y'all on High Frequency Radio. I'm on it every day.
All right, y'all. The recording will be ready. I'm putting everybody in the chat. The recording should be ready within about the next 3 or 4 hours.